forward to be part of the World Tag Team Tournament tonight. And now, unfortunately, Spenny's not here without a partner. And they must have a plan, they must have something on their mind. How do you choose the substitute partner? You know, it is unfortunate that I can't see the screen because I was looking forward to it. But in a way, it was like a blessing in disguise. So this opportunity came up, and I do have a partner. American Dragon. Dragon on back.
Said it. He knows.
Looks like you got a lot of fans here tonight, Paul White. Congratulations. I honestly cannot believe that you did not choose me as your tag team partner. The facts are simple, Paul London. The facts are very, very simple. I have beaten your ass time and time again. And as the old philosophy goes, if you can't beat him, join him. But you made the wrong choice. That's right. I'm forfeiting my spot this week. I'm sorry. But I got something I gotta take care of. That's kicking his ass in a street fight tonight. Bring anything you want. Speed. I'm gonna use this. of Ring of Honor. It starts with me.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's September 21st, 2002, here at the Murphy Recreation Center in South Philadelphia. We are here for Ring of Honor Unscripted, brought to you by RF Video. I am Chris Lovey. I'm joined by Ray Murrow. And Ray, why don't you tell them what's going on tonight?
Well, right here in the ring, we have Joel and Jose Maximo, the SATs, taking on the Prophecy of Christopher Daniels and Donovan Morgan, as this is a first-round matchup here in the ROH Tag Team Tournament.
And the Prophecy once again breaking the code of honor, wasting no time as they jump the SAT. No handshake by the Prophecy. And the SAT making a quick comeback with a double boot to the gut of Daniels. Whip him in. Another double boot to the gut. And the Masters of the double team do a double bulldog. Chris Daniels is reeling, and now they both turn their attention to Donovan Morgan. Whip him in. Power slam by Joel Maximo. And this match could easily be a finals in this tournament in addition to a first-round match, as these two teams have to be considered two of the favorites of the 8 teams competing tonight to become the first Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. And looks like some more innovation here by the SAT. They're always pulling out new stuff, and what is this?
That looks like a Boston Crab Camel Clutch combination, and the fans are rising to their feet in appreciation of the innovators of incredible tag team maneuvers, the SAT.
And now Joel Maximo running the ropes. What do we got coming up here? And it's going to be a big double boot to the noggin of Donovan Morgan.
That's right, and the SATs here are a house of fire here, as this is a first-round matchup to crown the first ever Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions, count of 2 by referee Paul Turner.
And the team who wins those titles is definitely going to deserve them, as they could have 3 tough matches ahead of them, all in one night. And let's talk about the unscripted concept that's going on here tonight. A bunch of factors caused the format of the show to be thrown out the window, so the script is gone. Anything can and will happen tonight, and let's see, real interesting to see how things turn out tonight, as the Prophecy say they have a goal. Tonight's the night they are going to take over Ring of Honor, and in order to take over Ring of Honor, you have to have the power. In order to have the power, you have to have the titles, as there's a big missile dropkick there by Jose Maximo, going for a cover, 2 count on Chris Daniels.
Well, step 1 for the Prophecy is right here, the ROH Tag Team Tournament. As Christopher Daniels stated that if you hold all the belts, you hold all the power. And Christopher Daniels, for the last about 6 or 7 months, has been stating that the Code of Honor is a farce, that Ring of Honor is a joke, and he's against everything against Ring of Honor. He wants the power, and if he wants it, he's got to get it. And not only by defeating the SATs here, but he's got to go through 2 other rounds to become the first ever Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
Yep, Chris Daniels, the goal of the Prophecy is to bring down the Code of Honor and build Ring of Honor in the Prophecy's image. As we have some action on the floor right now.
The SAT started out hot, but it looks like the Prophecy is starting to change. It's starting to change the momentum. Looks like the Prophecy is starting to take control here.
Yep, as Donovan Morgan working over Joel Maximo on the floor, and the Prophecy will take every and any cheap shot that they can get in to win those tag team titles. Donovan Morgan joined with the ref, Paul Turner, feeling that he should have a 3 count there. That's not going to pin Joel Maximo, as he hits a big vertical cold suplex. Another 2 count.
Count of 2.
Morgan and Daniels are thinking wrestlers. They will cut off that ring. They will use double teams. They will slow the pace down, slow the SAT down, try to cut them off so they can't do those innovative high-flying maneuvers, as those guts to the stomach of Joel Maximo will do. And right there, he's baiting Jose into coming into the ring. The ref's back is turned. That allows him to lay some more boots right in there. And look at him just mocking Jose Maximo as Donovan Morgan chokes out Joel in the corner.
Even before the whole unscripted concept of this show came about, Christopher Daniels has been stating for months that this will be the night that the Prophecy takes control. And it looks like they're doing a great job of it right now.
Yep, but don't count the SAT out. Of course, the SAT, one of the top tag teams going right now. Very innovative, very high-flying. We've said that a number of times. Their action speaks for themselves. And I'd say one of the, maybe the most exciting tag team going today, as you see Simply Luscious looking on at ringside. Chris Daniels, another cheap shot on Jose Maximo, and he's just trying to bait him into the ring again, probably, so he and Donovan Morgan can take some more of those cheap shots. And here comes Jose. It worked once again. Paul Turner, he's got to push Jose out. Jose's got to learn to keep that temper under control, as we got a very unique stretch there by Donovan Morgan.
Unique and interesting.
That's not going to get a tap, but it is going to wear down the bigger of the 2 SAT members, Joel Maximo. And what do we got going on at ringside here?
Whoa, what was that?
I think we got to edit that off the video.
I mean, maybe. You want to talk about unscripted? What's going on here?
Chris
Daniels is back in the ring.
I really don't know how to respond to that. I think...
Luscious seems pretty happy at ringside about that.
All right, but anyways, Joel Maximo, big double clothesline.
Needs to get the tag. Needs to tag in his brother.
And he has him. Here comes Jose.
Forearm.
Jose now, he's got Donovan Morgan. Looks like he's going to whip him in. Reversal by Donovan Morgan. Donovan Morgan tilts the whirl, and Jose catches him in the DDT. Didn't quite hit that all the way, but still effective nonetheless. Chris Daniels right there to cut him off, being the thinking wrestler that he is. To Jose underneath. Comes up, Huna Karana. Daniels up and over. Jose Maximo looking very strong right now, except Donovan Morgan cuts him off once again. Notice there's always one member of the Prophecy to cut you off after you hit a move on the other one. And ups, up and over goes Chris Daniels. Jose Maximo now goes out. Donovan Morgan out there. Jose Maximo in a back spot.
Joel in the ring. What's he setting up for
I
here?
don't know what he's setting up for. One of those big patent SAT dives, but Simply Luscious trips him, and that's the first time there's ever been manager interference like that in Ring of Honor. Unbelievable. Here comes Daniels charging. Joel holds that rope down. Daniels goes flying over the...
Wait a second. What's this?
What is going on here?
I have no idea. Beautiful! Acai moonsault to the floor off the top rope.
This girl isn't just a fan. There's no fans going to come in and hit a moonsault like that.
No.
I'm not quite sure what's going on here, but she's picking Simply Luscious up and taking her to the back. Simply Luscious will not be a factor in this match anymore, and it looks like we got another one of those innovative double team moves coming up from the SAT as it's a spinning DDT.
Oh my God!
By Jose Maximo on the shoulders of Joel.
Cover that man.
Yep, they got to go for the cover, and there it is.
Oh, count of two by Paul Turner.
I thought they might have had him there. And Chris Daniels now coming in like a house of fire, whipping Joel in. Joel backdrops him up and over the top rope. Chris Daniels still cuts him off there with a rake to the eye. Another cheap shot goes up to the top. And
Spanish fly.
The one and the only Spanish fly on its way, and if they hit this, the Prophecy is out, but Donovan Morgan makes the save, and you still got Joel and Daniels up on the top rope, and
Spanish fly. Oh my God.
It's a single Spanish fly, not the impact of the usual double team, but single nonetheless.
Cover him.
3 count.
Count of two.
Donovan Morgan right there for the save. The Prophecy really working fantastic as a tag team. The Fisherman's neckbreaker right there. And looks like we got Jose cutting off Donovan from behind. It's broken down here. Jose whipping Donovan Morgan in. Donovan Morgan ducks the clothesline. Big enziguri by Daniels right into Donovan Morgan. Sit down pedigree, and that's going to be it. No one gets up from that. And the SAT are out. Chris Daniels and Donovan Morgan advance, looking very impressive here. And I think the SAT proved that they could probably beat Daniels and Morgan in the future. And like we said, this could be a first-round match. This could have been a finals. These are 2 of the top teams going today, but it's Daniels and Morgan that get the nod.
ぐっすり寝れたわ。
ですよね。悪い意味最初ついた日よりも早くね。
もうストーンとしたもんな。
ね。もうなんやこの若者野郎おい。
Hey! Who ordered Chinese? I didn't order Chinese. Chinese? 日本人だっつんだよ。Why don't you welcome them for us? うわ
おいおいおい。うわ
気持ち悪い。俺入るよ俺。No, no. Here you go. This is
なんやこれ。
こんなのよ。見とけほら、こうだわ。こうだわ。What did he just say? Oh.
分かってねえだろ。
What? You can't hear this.
だって日本人と中国人間違ってんだよ。だって漢字逆だもんね。
おお、じゃあね、帰れほら。帰れ。うわ。なんだよこれやっぱ。
Guys, how you doing? I'm the sound guy. We need your CDs, please.
Our music? Tony, would you put that garbage away, please?
But this is our song.
No, that's not. This is us, and that's our old music.
This is our song.
It's not our song.
All right.
we have more first-round action here in the tournament to crown the first Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. The winner of this match will take on the team that we just saw won, Chris Daniels and Donovan Morgan, and in second-round action. And we got a really stellar matchup. Once again, this is a match that could be the finals as well as a first-round match. You got James Maritato and Tony Mamaluke. They're formerly known as the FBI, I guess, former ECW World Tag Team Champions. And why don't you tell us a little bit about their opponents there, Ray?
Well, their opponents here are the Far East connection of Ikuto Hidaka and Dick Togo. Now, of course, a lot of you people who are wrestling fans here in the United States know Dick Togo from Kaientai fame. Also, he was a former ECW wrestler. Ikuto Hidaka also wrestled here in ECW back in 1999. And this should really be an interesting matchup as, wow, nice kick up. This should be a real interesting match here because I like to go back a lot of styles here, a lot of shoot fighting, a lot of high flying styles here, as this is an incredible match that only Ring of Honor could bring to you.
Hidaka and Togo are the top freelance tag team in Japan right now as they wrestle for various promotions, including 01, Michinoku Pro. And when they heard about this tag team tournament, they wanted to come to Ring of Honor to try to win those straps and bring them back to Japan. As Hidaka with a big cartwheel there, flip up. James Maritato, there's no little Guido anymore. He ducks a clothesline, victory roll, 1-2. And why don't you fill us in with what's going on between James Maritato and Tony Mamaluke, Ray?
Well, a lot's been going on. James Maritato, when he came into Ring of Honor, he dropped the whole FBI gimmick. He stated that he was James Maritato and not Little Guido. And then after that, at a night of appreciation, Tony Mamaluke made his debut here in Ring of Honor, but he said that he was going to go by his old ways with the FBI character and gimmick. And that really upset James Maritato because he wanted to drop all that. He wanted to become more serious. And as you see here, due to some circumstances that happened this summer, these two guys are teaming up. I don't know if they really want to be a team, but they're coming together for this tournament.
Well, I think they both realize when they're on the same page that they are one of the top teams going today, and they are tough to beat. They've proven that in the past, but it's just that James Maritato feels in Ring of Honor for his career to really take off. He's got to get serious because his career's kind of plateaued as the FBI, even though the FBI has done great things for him in the past. Mamaluke may be a little scared to shed that FBI gimmick since he was so successful with it, and there you see a nice sign of sportsmanship by James Maritato and Hidaka as all these men keep the code of honor going. And looks like the crowd wants Dick Togo here in Philadelphia. Dickomania is going to be running wild here on the tag.
Let's go back to a little bit more between Mamaluke and Maritato. They teamed up for the first time in Boston unsuccessfully. But the only reason I think that they were unsuccessful in that match is because they couldn't get together on the same page. Now, I don't know about tonight. Maybe they worked things out, but you can't really tell by the ring entrance tonight as they used Mamaluke's music instead of Maritato's. And if they can't even get along with whose theme music's coming out, how can they get along in such an important match like this tonight?
Very good point, especially when you're dealing with Togo and Hidaka, two of the finest going in the world today. As we get some grappling there between Togo and Mamaluke. Don't forget, Mamaluke trained by Dean Malenko. He can grapple and mat work with the best of them. Same with Maritato, as it looks like Mamaluke's got a hold of the leg there. Togo trying to reverse out of it. Goes for a headlock. Mamaluke slips out. Still some grappling going on. The crowd loving it. Fujiwara armbar. Togo blocks it.
Look at him fight. Look at him fight for a hold. Look at him.
And this is what professional wrestling is all about. And the crowd here at the Murphy Recreation Center loves them. The atmosphere in this building is unbelievable. It's hot, but it's a great atmosphere. And Mamaluke now has a sign of respect with that handshake with Togo.
Something you didn't see in the first match.
Nope. Well, you're never going to see that with the Prophecy. And we got a lockup right here. Headlock by Dick Togo trying to wear the man down. And this match could go quite a while as these two teams really match up very evenly. Big shoulder block, Mamaluke down. Leapfrog. Kick to the gut. Looks like Mamaluke trying to whip him in there. Togo off, another kick to the gut. Togo now arm wringer, tags in Hidaka.
What's this?
Ooh! Nice double boot to the face, and that'll wear you down in a hurry.
That'll wear you down real quick. That'll knock you out.
Yep, Mamaluke knows that, and he got the hell out of there as he tagged in James Maritato. The action's been fast in this one, and looks like, what do we got here? Maybe an Adon
Maritato's time. Oh, jeez.
That could knock a tooth out, that's for sure. And if the FBI, excuse me, not the FBI, or are they the FBI, take many more of those kicks to the face, it doesn't matter what they're calling themselves or if they're serious or if they're comedy, because they are not winning this match.
Maritado wants to wrestle serious, but I'll tell you what, that was a real serious blow right to the face, and another baseball slide right to the face of James Maritado.
And even if you want to be serious, those shots will make it goofy after a while. As let's see, Hidaka looking at the crowd now. Crowd definitely very familiar with Togo and Hidaka. Obviously, they've been watching their tapes from RF Video. Oh, we got a plug in there. The internet fans aren't going to like that too much. But rfvideo.com, 215-891-9404. There you go.
All right, Chris, we'll have to plug that later. Not right yet.
Big chop right there by Hidaka on Maritado. Whips him in and picks and scoops him up. Could be a basic body slam. No, nice reversing out of that and grabbing the leg by Maritado.
Got to get to the ropes. And he does. Mike Keener breaking it up right here.
It should be noted that Hidaka and Togo are starting a 2-week... Oh, kind of a cheap shot there by Mama Luke.
Yeah, and Maritado doesn't agree with that.
Nope, and that's not being on the same page as we discussed before. Mama Luke kind of tags himself in, and wow. But as we were saying, as I started to say before, Hidaka and Togo are starting a 2...
Whoa, shin breaker into a dragon screw.
Nice. Wow, try it one more time. Hidaka and Togo are starting a 2-week tour of the United States tonight, and if they do win the tag team titles tonight, they will defend it October 5th when Ring of Honor returns right back here in Philly in just 2 weeks for their biggest show ever, Glory by Honor. So if they do win the tag straps, they will be defending them on that show. Mamaluke up and over. That's an ass to the back of the head, and that caused Hidaka's face to slam into the canvas. And good job going for the cover there, but that's not going to be enough. But you got to keep going for that cover.
Maritado might not agree with all the ways of Mamaluke in this match, but he's got to agree with the last 30 seconds right there, as he is really taking it to Ikuto Hidaka.
And Hidaka whipped in, big forearm to the back right there. Maritado, well, we could have a double team here. Maybe this will show if the FBI is on the same page. No, Hidaka ducks, springboards up, but looks like a double Fujiwara armbar attempt. Hidaka tried to block it, but they get it, and Dick Togo's got to come in and break this up because that will stretch both arms. But referee Mike Keener doing his job. Great officiating here in Ring of Honor as he's getting Mamaluke out of there, not allowing the double team, and Hidaka reaches the ropes. And Guido's made people, James Maritado has made people tap with that before. And let's see, he brings him down. He's going.
He's got his arm locked. He doesn't have it yet.
Yep, he's trying for that Fujiwara armbar. And,
there he goes.
Well, those chops to the guts will make you forget about trying to hang on right there and just stop those from happening. Mamaluke, another sort of cheap shot right there. And once again, Maritado not agreeing with Mamaluke's tactics right there. And
if these two guys could just get on the same page, they would be so dangerous.
Well, they already proved that. I mean, we're dealing with former ECW World Tag Team Champions here. Blocked there by Hidaka. Hidaka, nice roll down, grabs the leg of Maritado, and there's Togo with the other leg, and Mamaluke, just like Togo had to get in there earlier, Mamaluke has to get in there, and he does with a right to the eye of both Togo and Hidaka. Mike Keener getting him out of the ring.
Count of 2 by Maritado on Hidaka.
And I gotta say, I can't pick a winner in this one. This one's been 50-50, even Steven the whole way through, as Maritado tags in Mamaluke, holds him open for the kick to the gut.
Let's talk about a little bit now about the competition here in Ring of Honor. We have stars from America. We have stars from Japan. This is like a dream lineup of competitors here, and look at that.
Dream lineup as Hidaka scoops Mamaluke up for a sit-down powerbomb. Very nicely executed. Hidaka's got to tag in his partner, Dick Togo. Dickomania's got to run wild here in the Murphy Recreation Center if Hidaka and Togo plan to advance in this tournament to take on Chris Daniels and Donovan Morgan. And let's see the crowd's behind Hidaka.
Tag.
He's got it. Tag into Maritado as well. Duck of the clothesline. Ooh, nice DDT. And here comes Mamaluke. Little spin kick right there. Wow. That's gonna, he can't hit me.
Could do it. But a save by Maritado.
And a big save at that as he hits a leg drop from the second rope to the top of the head.
All 4 men in the ring. German suplex. Trying to go over. He's got a hold of the leg.
Break up there by Mamaluke as we got things breaking down here. And, ooh, nice. Man, that's a punch right there. And let's see, Dick Togo whipping Mamaluke in. Mamaluke reverse. Togo into the corner. Elbow. And There, he sends Mamluk into the corner, and we got a spinning DDT here. Once again, perfectly executed by Dick Togo. These guys are good, and it's not going to get it. James Maritato right there to make the save. And Maritato now turning his attention to Hidaka, but Hidaka tosses him over the top rope. Big punch.
Big kick.
Yep, super kick. Ooh, meets the guardrail, does James Maritato. And looks like Dick Togo's setting up Mama Luke here.
Big pedigree.
Yep.
He's going up top. You know what this is.
Why didn't you tell us that?
It's the big senton drop from Dick Togo. And there it is.
And that will be
That's got to be it. Count of 3. Ikuto Hidaka and Dick Togo advance here at Unscripted in the first ever Ring of Honor Tag Team Tournament.
What is Gary Michael Capetta doing in the ring there, Ray?
I have no idea.
Legendary. This guy's been in the business for like 20 years, been everywhere.
The last 3 months I've been trying to get this guy to take serious. For the past 5 years he's been a comedy act. And I tried to tell him it's about time that we drop the comedy act and become serious. And the problem is, he don't want to become serious. So there's only one way to salute this. On October the 5th.
You know, I have to agree with Maritato there.
October the 5th. You know, I'm sick and tired of you telling me I'm a comedy act. If you remember the history of the FBI, you were nothing until 3 months after I started and you were a little rude. You see, I came from a real organization, World Championship Wrestling.
Oh, that's not something to be proud of.
That a pinnacle you never reached. And in 3 months' time, I made you a world champion. So you don't come around here and challenge me.
I'm not so sure about
You
that.
want to fight so bad, we don't have to wait till the 5th of October.
A challenge has been issued.
We do this right now.
Oh, you want to talk about Unscripted? Here we go.
An impromptu match here. Gary Michael. Gary Michael Capetta looks like he's going to be a journalist here. He's getting to the bottom of the stories here, seeing what's going on in Ring of Honor, and he's kind of creating this whole little segment here with James Maritato and Tony Mamaluke, which could lead to an impromptu match. It looks like maybe Mamaluke's thinking better of it right now. And he's going to the handshake. All right, maybe they're getting on the same page now. Gary Michael Capetta bringing the FBI back together, but they won't be the FBI now if James Maritato has his way. And we got the handshake there, good sign, and the hug.
Wait a second, what was that? Ah, come on.
What that was Unscripted, as we got an impromptu match starting out here. The first ever battle of Tony Mamaluke and James Maritato, unadvertised, unannounced, and impromptu, and Mamaluke decimating the guardrail there, as this isn't going to be a match, this is going to be a fight.
Yeah, you're right. I guess we're going to find out right here who is the better man, who is the best man of the FBI right here.
These two are trying to work out their problems, and they're going to work it out in this fight as they're both jogging for position on the floor. And Mamaluke into the guardrail. And Maritato's got the ring bell. They ain't kidding around here. Oh! Drop toe holds him into the guardrail and into the ring bell, and that's got a smart.
But James Maritato won his match. Now he's got it. And we're going to see if everything that he's been going by for the last 6 months pays off here in Ring of Honor.
Yep, and Gary Michael Capetta, the man behind starting this, he went to the ring innocently enough to just try to interview these two to see what's going on between them, and this is broken down into a match as, let's see, James Maritato looks down. He's still reeling from that shot to the head by the ring bell, and Mamaluke taking advantage of it.
Notice Moikeen on the outside not giving a 10 count, but he is telling these two competitors to get in the ring, and Maritato is busted open.
That ring bell shot is busting him open as he you said, there are no 10 counts in Ring of Honor, no countouts. If you are on the floor for too long, the referee can disqualify you. But I think Keener's going to have a lot of leeway in this one since there is some bad blood there. And now blood in the ring.
Oh, big suplex. Landed on top of his head.
Yep, we got a very nice back suplex right there by Tony Mamaluke. And he's going for the Kakaki cover. There's no way you're going to pin James Maratado there.
No.
These two just had a real tough match against Sadaka and Togo as well, so they got to be somewhat worn down coming into this one. But I think there's that much bad blood between them right now. And there's obviously bad blood between them since Mamaluke has busted his former partner open. Nice victory roll by Maratado. 1-2. Mamaluke up. Maratado ducks a clothesline. Shot to the shin. Hit. Nice. Mamaluke reeling, and Maratado, that blood's got to be in his eyes. That blood is flowing as Mike Keener with the 2 count on Mamaluke. Maratado not quite enough. I don't think this match is going to go very long because these two are worn out after that really even and good match against Sadaka and Togo, and a rake to the eyes by Mamaluke.
I really think this is an important matchup here for Maratado because he's putting everything on the line here. Everything that he believes in, he's putting on the line here. And I think he has to beat Tony Mamaluke to teach him this, but I think he also might have to hurt him because Tony like that.
Yep, and there is a lot on the line here, a lot of pride on the line here. Can Mamaluke defeat James Maratado, who was basically the founder of the FBI, and that'll be a big feather in the cap of Mamaluke, but at the same time, can James Maratado... Oh, low blow. And he rolls him up.
And he got him.
Got him. Maratado had the rope after a low blow. Mike Keener not saying it.
I can't believe it.
That is just a cheap victory right there by Tony Mamaluke.
Oh, my God.
I don't think we've heard the last of this one.
This is Ring of Honor, and Ring of Honor, there's supposed to be no outside interference, no low blows, and that's exactly what a wrestler is, cheap. So in my book, that victory did not count. And Tony Mamaluke has any pair of balls on October 5th, he'll accept my challenge. Right here, right then, Tony Mamaluke, if you beat me, the FBI gimmick goes forever. But if I beat you, the FBI gimmick is gone, and we become a serious tag team.
How you doing? Gary Capetta.
Yes.
Nice to see you.
Good to see you again.
Hey, I understand you're looking for a partner. You need a partner tonight.
Yeah. Funny thing, I think I've already found one. All you have to do is look over there.
Hey everybody out there in Ring of Honor, this is Mike Modest, one of Pro Wrestling Noah's top competitors. So after tonight, with American Dragon and myself teaming together, we are going to be the top tag team, holding the championship belts right here in Ring of Honor.
And we're back here, and this is the third match here tonight, the third scheduled match here in the Ring of Honor Tag Team Tournament here at Unscripted. And being that this is the third match here, we are going with the unscripted theme as Mike Modest is the tag team partner of American Dragon here.
That's right, Mike Modest was supposed to wrestle Omori tonight. You saw what happened at the beginning of the show, which entered American Dragon into the tournament, who was supposed to wrestle Steve Corino tonight, but American Dragon needed a partner, and he found Mike Modest. And what a way to start out as your first match as a tag team, taking on the quality duo of Divine Storm, who scored some impressive victories here in Ring of Honor, including one over Joey Matthews and Christian York at Round Robin Challenge.
And speaking of unscripted, let's go back earlier tonight. What about that fan coming off the top rope in the SAT match? And what about the unscheduled match between James Maritato and Tony Mamaluke? Mike Modest in the tag team tournament now. This is a night to behold. This is unscripted.
Beautiful wrestling by Quiet Storm right there, going toe-to-toe with American Dragon, who's one of the best in the world today. Quiet Storm looking awesome there. American Dragon takes him over. And I want to know who Omori's wrestling later.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Takayo Omori is here from Pro Wrestling Noah, one of the top stars in Japan, here in South Philadelphia, here at the Murphy Recreational Center, here wrestling for Ring of Honor tonight. And you know what? Going into the ring right now, Quiet Storm and American Dragon, I've always wanted to see these two wrestle. These two guys are masters of submission, and this is really something to see.
Oh, that was some beautiful wrestling by both of them as Chris Devine tags in. And I thought I saw Chris Devine talking to that mysterious woman in the locker room. I'm not quite sure.
Oh, really? I didn't see that.
Maybe we could get Gary Michael Capetta on the case.
Yeah, Gary Capetta seems to be breaking a lot of stories here tonight at Unscripted. I think we should get him to work on that one.
And let's see. Going for
Big
the
reversal.
arm bar. Nope. And turns into a Hurricanrana takedown there. And Dragon's back up to his feet. More nice wrestling there by Chris Devine. Takes Dragon down. And what?
I don't know what that is, but it's painful though.
Yep, it almost looked like a Fujiwara armbar, but he made a variation on it. That's one thing. Divine Storm, SAT, Amazing Red, these guys all came up with each other. They all train together all the time, and they all innovate one thing after another. And
wow, look at the power of Dragon. He's trying to pick up Chris Devine, and Chris Devine is not a small man.
This is all the power of American Dragon. Absolutely incredible display, and the crowd here appreciates it. Unbelievable.
But Devine holds on.
Devine keeps that hold up, but just for American Dragon to get him up at that point and take that leverage off the arm was unbelievable sign of strength there by American Dragon. This guy is a monster.
And that's got to show the strength of Chris Devine. If American Dragon is that strong and Chris Devine can keep that submission, that just shows how powerful this guy really is.
He's not going to be able to keep that submission with those blows to the upper thigh there, as those got a sting. And anybody will tell you American Dragon's one of the hardest hitting guys in the business today, with a big headbutt there on Chris Devine. American Dragon going to the corner tags, and Mike Modest comes in with good credentials from Pro Wrestling Noah.
And speaking of American Dragon, he's just a guy who likes to what the...
Look at those forearms, and Chris Devine has taken every single one of them and not going down. And
does he owe him money?
Oh, there he goes. Chris Devine taking those vicious forearms by Mike Modest. Ouch, I am glad I'm not Chris Devine, but I will give Chris Devine some credit. He took those forearms, and he's right back up on his feet and reversing Mike Modest into the corner, but Modest moves. Oh, big punch.
He might be out on his feet.
More of those big forearms, and big kick right to the back there of Chris Devine, who is taking some punishment in this one.
I'll tell you what, Mike Modest is a very interesting looking individual. He looks pretty scary to me.
He looks like an enlarged 80-year-old midget to me. What is with this guy's look? But anyways, this guy doesn't matter what he looks like, because he can wrestle with those elbows. And two of them, and he comes in and...
All right.
Hey, thumbs up to you.
Seems pretty effective because Devine is out in the middle of the ring.
Yep. Crowd popping for that. They like that big smile and thumbs up by the goofy-looking Mike Modest as he sets him up. American Dragon. And this is a hard-hitting tag team. When you look at American Dragon and Mike Modest, I would not want to face them. And the winner of this match will face the winner of the Hit Squad Natural Born Sinners first-round match that's going to take place after this.
I think Chris Devine might be happy that Mike Modest got out, but then when he saw that American Dragon was tagged in...
Well, he wasn't happy when he got that big running forearm to the face, that's for sure, as American Dragon picks up Chris Devine and lights him up with a chop. Those chops sting, and those chops are not to be taken lightly when they're coming from American Dragon as Mike Modest tags back in.
I think Chris Devine needs a tag.
He definitely needs a tag, but I got to give him credit for taking all these shots and reversing once again Modest in. Modest scoops him up. I believe it's a urinate suplex, and Mike Modest, he's looking good right here in Ring of Honor right now. In fact, I don't think he's taking a bump yet.
No. All offense here by Mike Modest in his Ring of Honor debut as he is teaming with American Dragon against Divine Storm here in the first round of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Tournament. Divine, what's he going for?
Trying to Hurricanrana, but Modest not leaving his feet, except he does right there for that Russian leg sweep. And yeah, but cover's not what Divine needs right now. A tag is what Divine needs. And I guess, Storm not waiting for the tag as American Dragon saw him coming in. And he looks like he's going for the spinal shock now. Doesn't quite have it hooked correctly, but still drops him right on his ass. And that's going to shock your
Jarred his whole face. Look at him holding his jaw there. Storm and Dragon going to the floors. Divine and Modest are in the ring.
Divine gets some of those forearm shots back on Modest, lighting them up there as we got Quiet Storm and American Dragon on the floor there. And it looks like we got a exchange of blows right there with Quiet Storm mentally coming out with the advantage here in America. He's got the serial killer face, and you know you're in trouble when he hits that as he comes back with those forearms. And
do you ever see the eyes of American Dragon when he's ready to hit somebody right in the face? It is scary.
I know he's a pretty righteous person, but he looks like a serial killer.
He's not righteous in the squared circle, I'll tell you that. He's a killer.
Nope, and Chris Divine, nice brainbuster there on Mike Modest in the ring as I think he's going up to the top. And we got more action on the floor here. Looks like Quiet Storm and American Dragon are keeping themselves busy on the floor. And what do we got here? Fisherman's Buster from the top rope with a bridge. And that's it. That's it. Mike Modest, very impressive here in his Ring of Honor debut. And this team of American Dragon and Mike Modest is going to be tough to stop as they just are like animals in there. They're just beating the crap out of Divine Storm. Divine Storm deserves a lot of credit. They stuck with them the whole way.
ROH don't want to put us in the tag tournament. We'll make our own fucking tournament.
The Hit Squad on their way to the ring against the Natural Born Sinners. This is a match a lot of people have been looking forward. What is going on? And I'm getting word something's going on in the locker room. It's Logan DeVito, the Carnage crew, are jumping the Hit Squad, but something that's just went down in the locker room. Logan DeVito attacked the Sinners before they came out here and attacked the Hit Squad, and I heard that Boogaloo's in bad shape and his career might be in jeopardy. He has to go to the hospital, and Logan DeVito taking care of the Hit Squad now, and I don't think we're having a first-round match here. Nope, we are not going to have a first-round match here. Logan DeVito have taken out the Sinners in the locker room. They've injured Boogaloo, and they're doing the same to the Hit Squad right now. Homicide, he's pretty pissed, but he's down in the locker room as well with his partner Boogaloo, who is in terrible shape. And this is going to jam Mafia's neck. Mafia down, Monster Mac down, the Hit Squad down, Logan DeVito up. And we're minus.
It seems the Carnage crew are pissed off they weren't part of this ROH Tag Team Tournament here, and it looks like they're making their own tournament for themselves.
Homicide and the Hit Squad are going to be coming out for Logan DeVito. You better believe that after this. And this is the first time we've had a no contest in Ring of Honor history. American Dragon and Donovan Morgan go straight to the finals.
for a second round matchup as the prophecy of Christopher Daniels and Donovan Morgan take on the Far East connection of Ikuto Hidaka and Dick Togo.
Both teams scoring impressive first-round victories, and Chris Daniels no stranger to either Dick Togo or Ikuto Hidaka, as when he's in Japan he's known as Curryman, but he's fought these two many, many times. Donovan Morgan with Pro Wrestling Noah, a different company, so we have a pretty unique match here among people with Japan companies.
Yep, that's why there's a lot of Japanese press at ringside, because we have stars from all the major companies in Japan right here for Ring of Honor.
An unbelievable action to start out this one as Togo tags in Hidaka.
And also one thing, did you notice who did not come out with the prophecy? And that was Simply Luscious.
That's right, that mysterious woman took her out in the first round. I wonder what's going on there. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But let's see, we got a big chop there by Hidaka, forearm countered by Morgan, another chop, another forearm. Ooh. Don't forget, the winner of this one takes on the winner of American Dragon and Donovan Morgan. And while these two teams have an extremely tough second round match right here, Dragon and Modest are sitting in the locker room having some water.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's right. I mean, this is a disadvantage definitely for these two teams, as they have to have a second round matchup, whereas Mike Modest and American Dragon go straight to the finals as a result of what we just saw here.
And I can't pick a winner between these two teams, as what thumb to the eye, and it's unbelievable what the prophecy will do. A headlock takeover into an arm scissors, another headlock, another headlock takedown into a leg scissors there. And it's even Steven, both teams.
It's even right here, all four men in tremendous shape. But you got to think about the team of Dick Togo and Ikuto. Is he going for a handshake there? I don't know, no.
You can tell they're new to Ring of Honor because they're not shaking hands, the prophecy. And Chris Daniels actually took that opportunity to cheap shot Hidaka, as we got action on the floor right now. Morgan into those guardrails that are taking a beating.
What is it with Donovan Morgan and the rails here in Ring of Honor?
I think he hates the rails because they always take a beating in Donovan Morgan's match.
Boy, this guy is costing the office a lot of money. It seems like we have to replace rails every month because of Donovan Morgan.
And while that's going on, Hidaka's going to have some back problems after that big scoop slam on the floor by Chris Daniels, who now comes off with an elbow.
Oh.
Remember when Cactus Jack did that 10 years ago? It was like the biggest move ever.
I know.
Unbelievable how this business
This is almost like a different way of Christopher Daniels here, taking it to the outside. He usually doesn't do this, but he's got to be fired up. He's got to know that this is an important match and an important night here in the career of Christopher Daniels here in Ring of Honor, as he states that himself leading the prophecy will take over Ring of Honor.
And in order to take over, you need to get the power. In order to get the power, you need to have the titles. As Hidaka with a big spinning heel kick right there to the face of Christopher Daniels. So you're seeing Christopher Daniels extra aggressive tonight. It's almost like he's got some sort of plan going into tonight to get all that power. As nice senton into the ring there by Dick Togo. And Daniels is in trouble right now with Togo with a nice boot to the chest.
I mean, we wanted to talk about how even the matchup is in the first round between Daniels and Morgan versus the SATs. But this team here from Japan of Ikuto Hidaka and Dick Togo, they've been teaming together for such a long time. This is definitely a huge test for Christopher Daniels and Donovan Morgan right here.
I got to think Hidaka and Togo could be considered the favorites to win it. They've been a team forever. They're the top freelancing team in Japan. They'll be back October 5th in Ring of Honor to defend those tag titles if they win it. And I don't think Ring of Honor would be unhappy to have their tag champs go over and represent them in Japan.
Absolutely not. But let's talk a little bit. Let's talk about the home field advantage here. Now, Daniels and Morgan definitely are not liked here by the crowd here in Ring of Honor. But think about Togo and Hidaka. They had to fly here from Japan. Plus, they're not, as we saw earlier, they're not into the rules here completely of Ring of Honor as they got sneak attacked by the Donovan Morgan. They are at a slight disadvantage here.
They're at a big disadvantage. They don't get to stay in their own house. They got to stay in somebody else's house, and they just flew in. They are at a big disadvantage here. But at
whose house did they stay at? Do you even know?
I have no idea, Ray. But anyways, we got Hidaka working on the arm there, Christopher Daniels, and trying to wear him down at this point. We saw some big impact moves earlier. Now looking to wear him down, whip into the ropes. Wow, that's a drop kick right there, right on the chin of Christopher Daniels. And Hidaka can definitely kick with the best of them, as we saw those double boots to the face before in that other match, and now that drop kick. And Hidaka now taking him up, nice DDT, and we got to go for a cover right now.
Count of two.
Just a two. It's going to take more than that to pin somebody like Christopher Daniels. And Hidaka now trying to figure out what to come up with next. Looks like Chris Daniels definitely in trouble right now. He's definitely on the down, as Hidaka is Looks like he's going for a suplex here. There we go, that nice back suplex. And
Count
a
of
2
two
count.
by Ref Hansen, but Donovan Morgan in there to break it up.
Donovan Morgan throwing some fire, and look at that, with Ref Hansen's back turned, Chris Daniels with a low blow on Hidaka. They did this in the SAT match. They have this tag team precision teamwork. They're like Ole and Arn Anderson in there, but they are dirty. They will take any shortcut as Donovan Morgan comes in, big suplex, drops Hidaka right on the shoulders, neck, and head, and Morgan is a master of those suplexes as he goes for another one.
Christopher Daniels will do everything and anything to be the tag team champions here tonight at Unscripted.
And they do get a 2 count on Hidaka right there, who is in trouble. Another 2 count. Donovan Morgan knows it's all about getting that pin, and in this business, it's all about getting that win, which means you can't get the win unless you go for the pin, so it can't hurt to ever do them. Plus, your opponent's got to take energy to kick out every time, as we got a double team there. Nice elbow by Donovan Morgan. Nice leg drop by Christopher Daniels, and they go for the cover. And you can't tell this is Daniels and Morgan's first time ever teaming up, as these two are just perfectly meshing together. Unbelievable double team work and chemistry between Chris Daniels and Donovan Morgan as he goes for an Arabian press. Perfect as always. He is so fluent in his motion, and Dick Togo coming in to make the save, and the tag goes in right now to Donovan Morgan. And right there, Hidaka wide open for Morgan. More great teamwork from the team of Daniels and Morgan. And look at Daniels taunting Togo. And you know, that taunt, it allowed Morgan the opportunity to go for that choke. Once again, one of those guys distracts the other one, and distracts the referee, distracts the tag team partner, allowing the other one to get in some sort of cheap shot.
Say what you want about Christopher Daniels here in Ring of Honor. All his thinking is in his everything, but everything he does is on the mark. He is a tremendous professional wrestler. Oh!
What makes him so dangerous, and that's what makes him a real threat to Ring of Honor. You're dealing with not only one of the most gifted guys in the ring, not only a guy who hits every move perfectly, but you're dealing with probably the most intelligent competitor in Ring of Honor as the tag comes in right now, and snap mare over into a flying mare by Christopher Daniels.
Ikuto Hidaka needs to get a tag, but you can't tag your partner when he's laying on the floor, as we just saw Christopher Daniels. Big forearm strike to Dick Togo.
Yep, you better believe that Christopher Daniels knows you can't tag your partner while he's on the floor, which is why he did that, as Chris Daniels drapes him over the rope, jumps up to the second rope, comes off with a left to the back of the head of Hidaka, and Hidaka's taking a lot of punishment here.
Foot on the rope, count of 2.
Yep, too close to the ropes. Rep Hansen right in there telling Chris Daniels, nope, he's on the ropes. He didn't quite get him.
Morgan back in now. Togo's screaming for a tag on the outside, as he knows that his partner is taking a lot of punishment. And he's taking a lot of punishment here with the camel clutch here, as Donovan Morgan grinds it on him right now.
Donovan Morgan has that camel clutch. You can't stay in that hold too long. Dick Togo there, he needs that tag. Hidaka needs that tag more than Togo, because he needs to get out of there and out of that camel clutch. And Donovan Morgan, and you know what? Look how Donovan Morgan has Hidaka facing his partner Togo like he's taunting him the entire time. It's these psychological games that Daniels and Morgan are so good at. And this crowd right now getting behind Hidaka, they want him to make that tag as he's scooped up and slammed to the mat. Donovan Morgan now, we're going for a Boston Crab. Getting him over. Yes, he's got him over. Wow, you got that camel clutch that's wearing on the back.
Here comes Togo in.
Togo has had enough. He knew after Hidaka took the slam to the floor by Christopher Daniels, after that camel clutch by Morgan, he could not stay in that Boston Crab, so he made the save, and there's a snap mare, double boot right to the back of the head.
And here comes that stretch again we saw earlier.
He's going for a different
What's Daniels doing?
Donovan Morgan knows 101 stretches, and look at that, Dick Togo putting that same leg scissors right in the head of Donovan Morgan that he has on Hidaka, and looks like Donovan Morgan...
Daniels going to the top. Big elbow on Dick Togo.
Nice elbow, and Dick Togo tried to play the Daniels and Morgan game there, and he got caught with that elbow, and that's going to allow Morgan to make the tag into Daniels right now. Hidaka still not close to the tag, and even if he could make the tag, Dick Togo is down.
What is with him in the crowd?
Look at that. I think that was more taunting Dick Togo, part of those psychological games by Chris Daniels, as he whips Togo in. Togo ducks. Togo...
Springboard tornado DDT. He needs the tag. He needs to get the tag to Dick Togo.
And he needs to get the tag, and that was an awesome maneuver right there. And looks like he's inching towards the corner. The crowd's behind him. I think he's going to get it.
The crowd definitely wants to see Togo and Hidaka advance here in the tag team tournament.
Morgan in and Togo in. Togo ducks, big boot. Wow. Face first into the canvas. Togo right up, comes in. Boom, those big punches by Dick Togo. Right
a house of fire.
We got another one of those swinging DDTs right there. And Donovan Morgan is down and reeling as the action's picking up here. 1.
Oh, count of 2 by Hansen. Togo seems a little frustrated here. He needs to get on his man. What's he going for?
And perhaps a vertical suplex. Donovan Morgan blocks it, and Togo reverses it down.
Oh! He's got a crossface on him.
He's got a crossface with the arm being hooked, and Chris Daniels had to make the save, and Togo now throwing Daniels.
Desperation move by Daniels. And what's going on here? Into the rope.
Has him, but springboard senton by Hidaka, and Donovan Morgan just took Togo down with some sort of a suplex.
Oh, 2 3/4.
And the 2 count right there as we see the replay, and this action is picking up in this one. And let's see, we got Donovan Morgan right now. Fisherman's Buster. Scoops him back up, perhaps for another one. No, Fisherman's Neckbreaker. And
he's got him. He's got him. Oh, and a save by Hidaka.
Much needed save by Hidaka. I think Togo was down if he wasn't making the save.
Yeah, he was down for 3 there if his partner didn't save him.
And now let's see, it looks like Hidaka, he's gonna jump right on Donovan Morgan right there. Scoops him up, slam, and we could see that big senton by Dick Togo that finished off Tony Mamaluke in the first round. If he hits this, Togo and Hidaka are advancing, and he hits it.
That's it. Oh, and Daniels with a desperation save right there.
And desperation is the right word there because they were out of the tournament if he didn't make the save right then.
Shoots Togo off, brings his partner over, smart thinking, gets the tag.
And we got Hidaka and Daniels in the ring right now. Daniels picking up the pace, whips Hidaka in the rope reversal. Daniels up and over, boot to the gut, Angel's wings. He hit it, and this is going to be it. He hit the Angel's wings.
Nobody kicks out of this.
Been a lot of guys, and with
are you kidding me?
Hidaka has kicked out of the Angel's wings. He is not going to be denied right here, and that's got to take a lot out of him.
Daniels can't believe it.
Well, Hidaka has got to be very groggy after that. Scoops him up, slams him down, and I think he, you know what's coming up here?
Springboard moonsault.
That beautiful double jump moonsault, and
Togo with a save. What an incredible matchup this is.
Togo had to make the save as Daniels after the Angel's wings.
And the fans are rising to their feet in appreciation of these 4 great athletes.
Yep, and I tell you one thing though, Hidaka has got to be very, very groggy and almost out of it right now after the Angel's wings, after that big double jump moonsault. Both those moves have been many people for Chris Daniels, but he comes back, double boot to the face, looks like another swinging DDT.
No!
Ties him up with a tarantula clutch right into the ropes.
That's right, it's almost like he's choking him on that top rope as he was draped over and had him hooked. Hidaka going to the top rope. What's he going for? A missile drop kick right to the face of Christopher Daniels. Cover that man. He needs to cover that man.
Perfectly executed by Hidaka as he scoops Daniels up.
German suplex.
The bridge and holds on. 1, 2.
2 3/4 again. How close are they coming? Both these teams want to advance to the finals here in the tag team tournament. Going for another German. Whips around.
Lands on his feet. Kick, no, blocks the kick.
What is this? He's going for that powerbomb again. He hits it. Oh, and Morgan with the save. This is unbelievable tag team action here in Ring of Honor. Togo goes down to the floor. That leaves Morgan. Oh, he's going outside the ring to go get Togo.
The winner of this one's going to the finals against American Dragon and Mike Modest. And let's see, STO by Daniel.
What's this? 1, 2. He's in the... Oh, are you kidding me?
He got him with the STO, but only because Donovan Morgan was grabbing the leg of Hidaka. I can't believe Hidaka and Togo came all the way over from Japan to lose like this.
What a great match. What a cheap finish. These guys will do anything and everything to win the tag team championship.
Hidaka and Togo cannot be happy about this.
No, they definitely won another match here with Christopher Daniels here in Ring of Honor. But look at that. Please. What a cheap victory.
Well, we got a hell of a final match on our hands, though, I'll tell you that much. Prince Nana kidding us?
Are you kidding me? Does he look ridiculous?
Are you kidding me? Where did I hear that before?
I have no idea.
But anyways, Prince Nana milking that concussion he suffered on June 22nd to Loki like nobody else and wearing that ridiculous headgear, claiming he can't defeat in this tag match, and Alex Arian will have to go as a single right here against Dunn. And Dunn and Marcos are out of their element in singles matches here, as Dunn and Marcos claim to be the top tag team in Ring of Honor.
Yeah, but this is a singles match, so who knows what's going to happen. I can't believe Nana. That was 3 months ago.
Ray, you didn't hit the line, though. Dunn and Marcos are the top tag team in Ring of Honor, and what are they going to do?
Rock you like a hurricane?
You got it.
And they're from Paradise City, too, aren't they?
I guess so. I don't know where they're from. But anyways, Alex Arian is one of the top guys in the New England wrestling scene right now. Nice drop kick right there.
Now look at Nana at ringside. He's milking this concussion worse than Eric Lindros did 2 years ago.
And I want to know what Prince Nana is wearing on his head. It just looks ridiculous. And what is with this
I'm going
guy?
to tell you what, for a promotion with no gimmicks, there's a lot of gimmickry involved with Prince Nana. Woo, did you see that? Dunn's showing me a little bit here.
Dunn's looking impressive against Alex Arian, who is a very tough competitor. One of the, maybe the most popular guy in the New England indie scene, as he comes here, tries to make his name in Ring of Honor. Nice monkey flip into the corner there by Dunn.
Alex Arian here in his second appearance in Ring of Honor, first time in Philadelphia, as we saw him last month in Boston, in Wakefield, as he defeated Maverick Wild, in which I thought was a very good match.
Very good indeed. And
Arian up top.
Going for that big splash, he uses his finish, and he hits it. That could be it for Dunn.
And Dunn is done.
Dunn is
and
done.
Look at Nana. Give me a break. Are you kidding me?
Alex Arian looking very impressive here, making quick work of Dunn as he makes his Philadelphia wrestling debut. He's the Golden Greek, and he looked good, and I'm sure that we will see more of him in Ring of Honor. And
wait a second.
Well, of course, Alex Arian's going to keep the Code of Honor going.
The top tag team in Ring of Honor.
Top tag team. This was a singles match.
Like a hurricane, baby.
Oh, I was right.
They do rock you like a hurricane, that's for sure. I guess I can still claim to be the top tag team because they just lost a singles match, not a tag team match. And the Code of Honor is going to be kept here. Of course, that handshake after the match, that's what it's all about. Alex Arian is a sportsman.
I think Marco should fix that thing on Nana's head. It's a little crooked.
Yep. And now Marcos wants to shake Nana's hand. Sure, why not?
Why not? Are you kidding me?
I thought this guy had a concussion. I can't remember. Now he's elbowing poor Marcos in the head. Big chop right there. I don't know if this is a match or what we got here. Whatever it is,
it's breaking down.
And whoops, and we know what's coming up now. The big ass to the face. Oh! Prince Nana, of course, really a prince in West Ghana, Africa, and now he hooks Nana.
That's about the only thing we're not denying. But,
yeah, that is for sure. And he drops Marcos on the head, and it's a good thing he was wearing that headgear to protect him.
Yeah, that's right. He could have really got hurt.
Yeah, and that concussion. And let's see, it's turning Alex Arian there. He's asking for the mic. Is this guy going to talk some more? I don't even understand what the hell he's saying. It looks like we got more mic work from Prince Nana. This crowd really hates him.
The fans are saying it, not me.
Did he just say Alex Arian could be a servant?
He doesn't need this. I thought he needed it.
I took off the headgear, I guess.
Shine his shoes. Arian's better than that.
Anyone's better than that.
Who's Prince Nana fooling? Are you kidding me?
I think Alex Arian's going to do it. Is he this desperate to be in Ring of Honor?
Oh!
Well, if Prince Nana had a concussion before.
If he didn't, he's got one now.
That's for sure. And,
oh boy, here we go.
The Christopher Street connection. There you see Allison Danger leading the way. What's the Japanese pool boy doing here? He's never been in Ring of Honor before. And
you know he speaks Japanese. You saw him with Togo and Hidaka earlier.
He's the pool boy and pulling up the rear. There you got Mace. And there he is, Buffy. and no sparkles, and that's going to stain the floor of the Murphy Rec Center.
It's going to get us in a lot of trouble.
So let's see what we got. Why is the Christopher Street out here? Alexander has gone to the back. Prince Nana, he's still down. Please, he's not really hurt. He's milking that concussion.
Yeah.
Buffy just told Mace to check his head.
Oh, there we go.
All right.
Okay, that's a little better.
Looks like they're going to inspect the head.
Oh, come on. And Prince Nana suddenly is awakened.
Yeah. I'd be awakened too and out of there faster than Prince Nana.
That's more effective than smelling salts.
Especially when you don't have no concussion.
Yeah. Who looks more ridiculous, Alice in Danger with that wig or the Japanese pool boy? Where did they dig this guy up at?
I like the wig. I think it's hot. Let's see what the Christopher
Who do they call him queer?
Let's see what Buffy's got to say here.
You know I love you. And I have the Japanese pool boy here. And he's gonna plan out the biggest ceremony I can give you.
Ceremony?
Looks like we got a wedding here.
You're gonna be our witness.
Freak.
Well, we got a real gay wedding here. It's not going to be like that Billy and Chuck debacle.
I don't need a ceremony. I don't need a witness. All I need is a kiss.
Oh.
Well, looks like we're not going to have a wedding here after all, but we are going to have a kiss. We've seen it before, and
You may kiss the bride, but which one's the bride, I don't know.
they look like they're good kissers. But anyway, what's this? Uh-oh. Alexis Lurie, who they embarrassed in Alexis Lurie's debut. Low blow there.
Big drop kick.
Drop kick on Mace, and she is ruining the kiss.
And everybody powders, but the Japanese pool boy, what is he thinking?
Japanese pool boy is unhappy. Of course, Alexis Lurie has an issue with the danger. Takes a big slap to the face, and she can fight. And she is here to prove that girls kick ass, and she is kicking the ass of the Japanese pool boy right now with those big punches.
Alexis Lurie is a house of fire in the ring, and she is just pummeling the Japanese pool boy.
And she's looking good doing it as well.
Going to the top rope. What's this going to be?
Spinning DDT on the Japanese pool boy, and Alexis Lurie can wrestle. She is an athlete, and she's not going to take being embarrassed by the Christopher Street connection as they did at crowning the champion on July 27th.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of everybody in the Ring of Honor, we thank you for making tonight so memorable. We'll see you in November. Thank you very much.
I hope that you're a man of your word and give me a shot at that title September 21st.
September 21st. I'm a man of my word. Xavier, I will be glad to fight you. The only thing that you can do is be ready.
Be ready. The all-around best.
The Ring of Honor Championship is on the line, the biggest prize in Ring of Honor. And we got Low-Ki, the champion, the man who survived 60 minutes in a 100-degree building July 27th at crowning the champion, defeating Doug Williams, Christopher Daniels, and Spanky in that 4-way 60-minute Ironman match to earn that title. That emotional interview we saw afterwards from him, and he is faced here with Xavier, a man who has defeated James Maritato. And there you see that code of honor being followed. Both these men, respect, honor, discipline is what they're all about. Xavier, one of the most respectful, one of the biggest sportsmen right here in Ring of Honor, one of the nicest guys he'll talk to too. Low-Ki, all about that respect, honor, and discipline. So of course we're going to see the code of honor followed as both men lock up. Xavier wins over Scoot Andrews, 2 wins over Scoot Andrews, and win over James Maritato. And he kind of backed Low-Ki into this title match, Ray, with those challenges.
Yeah, that's right. 2 months ago, before the match of crowning a champion, Xavier went up to Low-Ki in the locker room and asked if he was victorious, really get a title shot. And in Low-Ki's first title defense on 8/24 in Boston, Low-Ki defeated AJ Styles. And Xavier was waiting for him right at the curtain after the match and said, "Are you a man of your word? Are you going to put the title on the line against me?" And Low-Ki agreed, and here we go right here at Unscripted. Low-Ki going against Xavier for the Ring of Honor Championship.
Yep, of course, Low-Ki is going to keep to his word because that's what he's all about. Just like Xavier, he's a man of his word too, and I expect a very even match right here. These two have a history going back to New York, and Low-Ki actually might be at a little bit of a disadvantage after what just happened in Japan.
Well, that's right. Low-Ki just got back from the 0-1 promotion in Japan. It was his first tour of Japan, and not during a match, but in practicing at the dojo, he did have his ankle pop out.
His ankle popped. Everyone in the ring heard it. It was feared it was broken. It's not broken, but of course it is hurting, and he is wrestling on that injured ankle as he whips Xavier into the rope. Big shoulder block there by Xavier. Both men in great condition as they need to be. It's hot in this building tonight, and I don't expect this to be a short match with the Ring of Honor title on the line.
That's right. And besides that, it was Low-Ki's first tour of Japan, and he just got back. He must be tired from the jet lag. I've talked to a lot of wrestlers before, and they said,
those kicks aren't going to cut the mustard with Low-Ki. And brutal kicks, and Xavier tries to come back with one, come back with another. Once again, not cutting the mustard. Ooh, kick to the ribs, kick to the ribs. This is stiff action, and both men going at it with exchanging these kicks, neither man giving an inch. Xavier staggers, Low-Ki unloading with some more of those big kicks up to the chest and shoulder area, and Xavier catches him, and now he's going big knee right to the gut, another knee to the gut, and Xavier tries for those knee strikes. Low-Ki blocks it, big forearm to the face, big chop, another big forearm, another big chop. I guess there are no small chops with Low-Ki as he unleashes another chop, but Xavier going toe-to-toe, firing back with the chops of his own, and these guys are just laying it in here, and that's what you got to do when the Ring of Honor Championship is on the line, as Xavier clubbing Low-Ki. Both men take that one catch him in the face.
They caught him in the throat, I think.
In the throat, in the face area, double chop, taking and giving it, neither man giving an inch. That Ring of Honor title's on the line, and this is what professional wrestling is all about with that great elbow right there by Low-Ki.
Oh my God. He is just beating down Xavier here with kicks and chops. And how is Xavier standing? He's fighting back, though.
Xavier, he has a background as a personal trainer. He is in top-notch condition, and Low-Ki obviously in great condition. So you're going to see it's going to take a lot to defeat somebody in this one as Low-Ki takes Xavier down.
He's got the mount. He's just pounding away at his face.
But look at Xavier. He blocked most of those blows. They didn't really connect us. We got a Fujiwara armbar attempt here by Low-Ki.
Xavier's no pushover. He's tough. He's been wrestling for a long time. And he is taking the best Low-Ki has to offer right now.
I don't know if I agree with the way Xavier got this title shot, but in the future, on November 9th, when Ring of Honor returns to Philadelphia, they're going to be introducing the #1 Contenders Trophy, which is going to kind of serve as a secondary title and really ensure that the man who receives a title shot deserves it. So we'll have more info on that coming soon.
Yeah, I really think that that's a really unique idea, one of the unique ideas that Ring of Honor brings to the table here for you fans. There will be no controversy or no people saying, well, why does this guy get a title shot? Why is this guy in the ring with the champion? You have to earn your right to be called the #1 contender, and that starts with the #1 Contenders Gauntlet Trophy match on November 9th in Philadelphia.
That's right, as Loki with those big kicks right there. And that #1 contenders trophy, too, another interesting point on that is that you have to defend that trophy until you receive your title shot. Once you receive that title shot, of course, you forfeit the trophy because you received the title shot, and a new match will take place to determine the #1 contenders gauntlet, #1 contenders trophy holder. As we have both men right now, they've dished it. They've dished it out to each other. They've taken it, and they're standing face to face right now.
I think Xavier might need a little breather after being lit up here in the beginning of this title match. But let me go back a little bit earlier.
Well, I'm sorry to cut you off, but you hear the crowd. They're kind of behind both men right there. Right now, that AC Slater chant at Xavier kind of getting started, but getting shot down real quickly by the fans who respect Xavier, respect Loki. They're not about stupid chants here. They are about watching the best quality wrestling that they can.
I think the fans are really... See, here we go again.
I think they don't want chance in a Ring of Honor title match.
No.
Maybe it's good on other places on the card, but what they want is just to intensely watch this match.
And I think the fans appreciate and respect the rise of Xavier here in Ring of Honor. He's been kind of in a secondary position. He hasn't really... This is his first high-profile match here in Ring of Honor, but they have to respect the victories over the competitors that Xavier has had here in his short history here in Ring of Honor. And I really think that he is deserving to be in the ring with Loki with this title on the line.
Well, of course he's deserving, and Loki trying to bridge out of that didn't work, and now he's got right to the jaw of Xavier, and Xavier's got to let go of this hold, and I think right now Loki's holding on to Xavier so he can kick him in the head, and another big kick. And when you're dealing in a building this hot with these kind of kicks on each other, you got to ask how long will it be until one of these guys passes out. And well, you know what? Xavier taking it and coming right back with a headlock of his own. He's been taking all these kicks and chops and coming back. And I think after a while, that's got to start frustrating Loki. He's got to feel like he's just been, and maybe it is frustrating him, as Loki looked like he might have been going for the eyes there a little bit. Very uncharacteristic of Loki.
Well, that's another dangerous aspect of Loki. You think he's on the defense, but he is on the offense at all times. When he is on the mat with his back on the mat, he is striking to the face. That's what makes Loki an incredibly dangerous wrestler here. Just like that. And here we go.
Not Xavier right now, as Loki is going to
unload
at the same time. And there's another one. And once again, he is lighting Xavier up. And if he hits his third one, this could be a quick match, a quick night. And no, he blocks it and mounts him and comes up. And Xavier once again taking what Loki's dishing out to him and coming back. And there's that third big kick to the head. And if I was Loki, I'd be going for a cover right now because Xavier might be momentarily out. And look at the crowd appreciating those kicks by Loki and the abuse that Xavier is taking. But Loki, interesting decision there not to go for the cover. And I think maybe he's still in the stages of wearing down Xavier. He knows Xavier's physical conditioning, and he is just beating him down. But after a while, you got to wonder if Xavier's waiting for Loki to punch and kick himself out.
That's right. Xavier is such an impressive athlete here. I think Loki must think that the normal punishment he must use on a person to wear him down, you might have to double it with Xavier because of the condition he's in. And just not even Xavier. Let's talk about the whole Ring of Honor roster. The conditioning of the whole... Oh, my God. The conditioning of all... And Xavier's had enough, I think.
Xavier's coming back. I think he's had enough of those kicks as he snap-mares
his turn
over, and... Oh, that's not going to cut it. I think Loki is just sitting there, and he's just planning on his next move. These kicks to the back are not affecting him at all.
Oh, boy.
Not Xavier right now. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. And Mike Keener, look at the look on his face as these two, once again, staring off with each other, moving in. And let's see what we got here.
Next?
Very methodical match here. And, oh, that slap. Nope. Oh, yes.
Loki is no business tonight.
Loki is just, for lack of a better term, beating the crap out of Xavier, but Xavier is taking everything and still coming back, including that kick right there. And Xavier going for a big move. Loki ducks another big chop, and Xavier hits Loki hits the ropes, and there's that sweat, that hot building, that sweat playing a factor. Xavier not being able to hit the hold that he wants, but he takes Loki up in a torture rack type maneuver, and will Loki tap here? And whoa! I've never seen that before as he drops Loki down right face first. the entire front first and goes for a cover, and that might have been it. Xavier going very smart, going for that cover there after hitting what probably is the first real big impact move.
Big high impact move here, yeah. I think Xavier's getting tired of getting beat down like this.
As he drives Loki into the corner, and he picks Loki up again, just dumps him. Xavier, Loki was going for those big chops and kicks. Xavier now going, though, for higher impact moves, and he's going for the chin lock.
Yeah, not too many men would have the strength to pick up Loki like that after all the torturing kicks and chops he's been taking.
Torture is the word there, but Xavier now maybe taking a moment to let those bruises kind of go away, let those aches and pains go away while cutting off the oxygen supply as Loki, as he applies that chin lock. Crowd getting behind Loki right now, and look at those hands right over the nose and mouth of Loki, and that's definitely cutting off the oxygen in this hot building. And this is the kind of strategy Xavier might be employing, letting Loki get tired by delivering all those kicks and chops and punches and all that stuff that he does, then cutting off his air supply and just wearing down the champion. But you know what? Loki survived 60 minutes in that 1 hour match to win that title on July 27th, so it's going to take a lot to wear down Loki.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about the conditioning of Xavier and everything, but the conditioning of Loki is unbelievable.
Look at those knee strikes he was going for him earlier. Now he's connecting with him, maybe showing Loki.
He's got a cover.
Yep. Loki, perhaps fresh earlier in the match, was able to block him. Now that he's beaten down a little bit, Xavier able to hit those knee strikes, and that might show that Loki might be getting in a little bit of trouble here.
That's right. But I mean, if I was Xavier,
hold on, he's going for his finish. This is the X breaker. Nope, Loki out. Sorry to cut you off there. They're going in throats. Oh, big rolling heel kick right to the head of Xavier.
But if I was Xavier, wouldn't you want to work on the ankle of Loki, knowing that it's injured, knowing that this man just came off his first tour of Japan, knowing that this man is probably jet lagged? Well, I would work on his injuries and I would just wear him down. He's got to do it.
I'll let you know. I'll let you in on a little secret there, Ray, is that right now Loki did a pretty good job of keeping that ankle injury secret, and I don't know if Xavier knows about it.
Really? You might be right there.
Well, the only reason I know is from my super secret sources in 01. So let's see, Loki now picking up Xavier. They're on the floor. Loki's still very methodical in this match, very punishing as he whips Xavier into those guardrails, and he got that post right into the spine, it looked like.
Loki taking to the outside, you rarely see this. But hey, everything's on the line here as this match is for the Ring of Honor title.
He scoops up Xavier.
Scoops a slam. What's he going for?
This guy is just intensity.
He's a machine.
He is a wrestling machine as he comes in and... Oh! Did you see that elbow cause Xavier to spin on that floor? Oh my God, he is just beating the crap out of Xavier. I said it before and I'm saying it again. And how much can Xavier take? And we're going back into the ring here. More punishment by Loki with that double chop right to the shoulders.
Here we go again. Poor Xavier. But if you want to wrestle for the title in Ring of Honor, you got to withstand punishment. You got to withstand pain. Ooh, clubbing forearm, I think, to the face.
Xavier still getting up after all these blows, and you got to give him credit for that. No matter what Loki's hitting him with, Xavier keeps getting up. No matter big clothesline in the corner. No matter how many times Loki's hitting him, Xavier is still getting up as Loki hooks him. Nice suplex with a bridge. 2 count on Xavier.
Mike Keener, the referee here for Ring of Honor in the ring.
Mike Keener, one of the best reps in the business going today, and you know that when he makes the 3 count in this match, or the tap happens, that he made the right decision. Because
you will never have an official's mistake here in Ring of Honor be a decision in the match.
Hey, you can't involve the officials in the match. That's part of the code of honor.
That's right.
No attacking an official or causing others to attack an official.
Well, that's it. The match is over.
Yep. You're not going to see the referees get thrown down after
Xavier.
Match here.
To go for a power bomb. No, dumps him into the corner.
Ouch, that had to hurt. And that's got, you know what, it looks like Xavier is choosing to absorb those blows by Loki and get in that big impact move every now and then. And I wonder if that strategy is going to work for Xavier there.
We're about to find out. Can Xavier withstand and absorb all this punishment?
Nice underhook suplex, and he underhooks him again into a submission move, and this could be a tap. This could definitely be a tap right now. Very painful looking move right here by Xavier. Lots of pressure on the neck of Loki with this one. And Mike Keener right there as always. And this is, if Loki doesn't tap, it's going to wear him down. And Xavier cannot hold that bridge anymore. And he's going to go for a cover.
Count of 2. But also, let's talk about Xavier here in Ring of Honor as we have another count of 2. This is definitely the longest match. This is the longest in-ring time for Xavier in one match here in Ring of Honor. Loki is used to the 30, 40-minute matches and the 1-hour match in July. Can he go this long? Does he have enough gas in the tank?
Well, even Loki and AJ Styles went over 20 minutes in Loki's first title defense last month at Honor Invades Boston. And let's see, Xavier going for another call. It almost seems to me like Xavier has a plan going into this one, a very sound strategy going into this.
He's slowing it down. He's taking it to low key. You know, he is taking some blows, but he's giving them out now as he dumps Loki to the floor. What's he setting up for here?
And if Loki, you got to be asking yourself, I've hit him with all that, and he's still coming at me. What's it going to take as Loki spins him around? Oh! Well, Loki, just when you thought the kicks were as brutal as they can be, Loki with an even more brutal kick.
And another.
Oh. And that's whatever plan that Xavier has, that's definitely going to throw a monkey wrench into that plan. That is for sure. There's only so many of those kicks you can take, and Xavier better start coming up with something fast because he's going to find himself knocked out sooner than later.
Yeah, it's going to be over real quick because there's just so many blows you can take.
And there you have Loki, very methodical, very punishing, very dominating in this match, picking up Xavier.
Scooping a slam.
And Xavier going up to the top. This could be the first real big high-impact move that Loki's going for in this match. And it's pretty obvious Loki has been protecting that ankle very subtly in this match as he drops a big elbow. Very nicely done.
Impressive.
But there you go, another move. Unlike the Phoenix Splash or a 450 or something that would jar that ankle, Loki going something like for the elbow drop, which really has no impact on the ankle, and he definitely is protecting the ankle in this one. Whoa! And that's just kind of an insult right there. That's going to sting. It's not going to knock you out, but it's going to sting, and it's going to be an insult to you. And Loki now, big chop.
Oh,
I got to stop calling it a big chop because every chop's
big. Stinging chop, hard chop, big chop. Here's another one right there.
But Xavier once again to his feet after taking all this, and Loki dumping him out. And I think that's just out of frustration at this point.
That's right. I mean, these guys have been in the ring for a long time here. They definitely have to be hurt. And both guys have slowed it down. But they don't want to make a mistake here because one mistake after taking all this punishment could cost you the match.
Yep, and I think that Loki's got to be questioning himself. What do I got to do? I've been chopping and kicking the crap out of this guy, and he keeps getting up. Maybe Loki might want to go for some of those big impact moves that he has, but the ankle is going to play a factor in that. He might not be able to hit him. Loki might be in a very bad situation that nobody in this building knows.
Here we go.
Xavier, but he's signaling for the Key Crusher 99, and this will be it if he hits him. Same move that pinned Chris Daniels on our first show, Era of Honor begins, but
reversal.
Xavier has it scouted, gets out of it. Big blows to the back of the neck there, rolls him up.
Count of 2.
You ain't gonna get Loki like that, that is for sure. And Loki right back up, and
with another kick, another stinging chop. Back and forth, back and forth. It's going to be the man who takes the most punishment here, I believe, is going to be the victor here.
And Loki got out of that powerbomb attempt, grabbed onto the leg of Xavier, and was able to bring him. That resulted in a brought over there in a pin attempt. And let's see, we're both guys going for some pin attempts right now, and it's pretty obvious that they're just trying anything to get the shoulders down of their opponents to the mat at this point.
And Loki firing up.
But Xavier once again cuts him off.
Here comes a neck breaker.
That neck breaker that he keeps going for, that he pins Scoot in.
Power slam.
Both men looking tired, looking weary with that.
Count of 2.
Both men looking very, very tired. The heat in the building, you see the fans fanning themselves. Well, the fans, you see the ROH faithful fanning themselves in the back there. A lot of hard-hitting strikes and chops and kicks in this match. Big impact moves by Xavier. Enziguri to the back of the head. Both men definitely getting worn down in this one. Trying anything they can to get a pinfall. And both men looking very, very tired. And now we have Loki. He's taking Xavier up. We've seen him do the upside down dragon clutch from the corner like this before. Could be going for it again right here. And nope, big elbows by Xavier, gets out of it. Oh. And Xavier, I think he just collapsed out of being tired, but and Loki's going to make him pay for that.
I would not want to be Xavier tomorrow morning when I wake up.
He's definitely going to be a sore guy, not just tomorrow morning, but the morning after that, and the morning after that, and the morning after that. Loki is making him earn this title shot, and if Xavier's able to get the title, he has definitely earned it. But there we go, we got it, that dragon clutch from the top rope. All the blood rushing down to Xavier's head, and after all those blows and he holds on to it.
Hold on.
He holds on to it. He has made many, many people tap with this, and Xavier has got to get out of this hold.
I think Xavier's out of gas. Loki's got to put him away now.
He's out of gas when he gets to his feet like that and just drops him down and cover. He could have him.
You're right. Xavier is surprising me.
He's got that personal trainer background, and this guy is in awesome condition, and that's pretty obvious here. And look who's on his feet and look who's not. And Loki has got to be getting frustrated at this point. He's got to be wondering, what is it going to take? He's gone for the key crusher, couldn't hit it, and Xavier going for, looks like some pump handles move, and Loki up and tried the title crush, but Xavier caught him, and now Xavier just dumps Loki down. Another big high impact move by Xavier.
Wow.
And he could have him right here.
Roll him over, cover him.
The jet lag, the ankle, the cover.
2.5, 2 3/4. Wait a second. What's Daniels doing out here?
Hold on. Now, this event's called Unscripted.
Yeah.
But we've never had a run-in in a Ring of Honor match.
You can't have it. No, you can't have that.
Especially a title match.
I mean, Christopher Daniels doesn't believe in the Code of Honor, but he should not be out here. He should know better.
He has no business out here. Of course, he has that feud going with Loki, but this is about Loki and Xavier, two men who represent honor and respect.
That's right. This has nothing to do with Xavier. This has nothing to do with Loki.
What is Chris Daniels doing out here? And I don't like the look at this. And I don't think Xavier or Loki are quite aware of his presence right now. And it's just kind of down the aisle way. And right now, these two guys just have to be focused on each other in that ROH title. You can't lose track of that. As Xavier goes to work on that knee, not knowing about the ankle, he goes to work on the knee and slams that knee. He slammed that knee right into the canvas, and great strategy by Xavier. He took everything that Loki dished out on him. He's still going. He hit the big impact moves, and now he's going for that knee. Always a sore spot on Loki, as we saw in that 1 hour match. Misses a 450. That would have been it if he hit it. Loki up. Big forearm to the face. Daniel's still watching on. Loki, it's Kawada kick time. And this is going to be it.
This is it for Xavier.
That is going to be it. There's no getting up from those Kawada kicks. They're just brutal, especially as we're like over 20 minutes into this match right now. And after everything Xavier has taken, those kicks have got to be it. One big last one. Xavier is really... Notice Xavier, though, smart guy, falls back into the corner where Loki couldn't go for a pinfall. And Loki is definitely hurting.
I think Christopher Daniels is surprised of the toughness of Xavier.
Yep, but not only that, but Loki, he did not have the energy.
He's holding that leg, that knee.
Holding that knee. He did not have the energy to go after, to go for the pinfall. Xavier smartly rolling into the corner. Chris Daniels looking on, getting a little bit closer to ringside. And I do not.
He's signaling for the finish here.
He's signaling for the finish.
Wait a second. I think he spotted Daniels.
The hatred between these two goes back to the very first show. That's been long and documented between these two. And looks like Loki's coming out to confront Chris Daniels. This could be some sort of a setup. Donovan Morgan and Simply Luscious might not be far behind. Loki's got to concentrate on Xavier. I expect Xavier just to wait for Loki to get back into the...
What was that? Xavier just chop blocked him on that injured knee.
Hold on, Daniels is looking at Xavier.
What is going on here? Are you kidding me?
Xavier is he aligned with Christopher Daniels?
What is going on here?
Xavier picking up that big concrete slab those are used to hold up the guardrail, and he's driving. There's no sportsmanship in there.
No, not at all.
Daniels with the chair, but if Daniels touches Loki, Xavier's going to be disqualified. So there's no outside interference in Ring of Honor.
But Daniels hasn't touched Loki.
No, he's being very careful not to.
And he's got a chair. What are they going to do?
Jeez. What is going on here? Xavier, there's a hole in that chair. He hit the top of that with so much force to drive that concrete into Loki's ribs.
Loki's been wrestling for 20-25 minutes. To have an impact like that on your chest when you're already blown up.
There's a hole in that chair. He hit that post so hard.
What is Xavier doing? He's taunting the crowd.
I think Xavier's doing the prophecy. What?
Oh, he's bleeding.
He's not just... Look at that.
That's coming out of his mouth. He's bleeding internally here.
Those ribs have... This crowd is shocked.
His ribs could be broken.
I don't think most of the crowd can say exactly what happened, as this is happening in the back of the building. And Daniels is just taunting Loki. The crowd who has seen it is chanting "You sold out" at Xavier. The rest of the crowd not quite sure what's going on. And Chris Daniels making a point not to touch Loki. There is no outside interference in this. There has been no outside interference, and that fighting, Loki can't just stay down because the belt will go to Xavier then. Loki with that fighting spirit, that's what drives him. That's that discipline. That's making him go to the ring.
Xavier saying he's #1. Are you kidding me?
Chris Daniels taunting Loki as Loki, he will not let that fighting, he's got that fighting spirit in him and will not let him die as he tries to make his way to the ring. But if he gets in that ring, Xavier's going to pin him. There's no way that Xavier's not going to pin him. He's suffering, those ribs might be all broken. You saw the blood on the floor. That's coming from Loki's mouth. That's coming from, that's blood that he's coughing up from those ribs. And Loki, look at Xavier holding the ropes open for him.
Christopher Daniels stated that all the belts were coming to the Prophecy tonight at Unscripted, and
I think that they,
and we thought it was the tag team belts, but it could be the ROH Heavyweight Championship right here, as it seems as Xavier has aligned himself with Christopher Daniels.
And this is obvious. This isn't something that just happened overnight.
No.
This is a plan that's been set. And Loki now crawling into every last ounce of strength. Please. He's going to get in that ring and he's going to get pinned and he's going to lose that title. And Mike, there's no outside interference.
I can't believe Xavier's deceived the fans. I think he's been toying with Loki this whole entire match.
450. If this is his finish, he is going up for that 450 and he nails it. Uh-oh.
And that's it. We have a new champion in Xavier.
Xavier has pinned Loki. Nobody thought it was going to happen. Xavier has pinned Loki, and it appears he's joined the Prophecy. And Donovan Morgan and Simply Luscious coming out to ringside. This is a setup. This is a plan, and we have a new Ring of Honor champion.
There's no two ways about it. This definitely was a setup.
This crowd is just stunned as Xavier has the title, and I just don't know what to say to any of this. Christopher Daniels right down in Loki's face. This Prophecy Loki feud.
Luscious and Morgan, what do they have? What are they going to do with that?
They're not going to burn the Ring of Honor banner.
No.
What? Those banners don't burn. What are they're holding it up. What kind of lack of respect are they going to show here?
Oh, that's ridiculous.
They just covered Loki with the Ring of Honor banner.
They set him up, they just beat him for the title, and now they just spit in his face.
They just buried Loki under the Ring of Honor banner, and now they are getting up on the turnbuckles and they are celebrating. The Prophecy has control of the Ring of Honor title. Xavier is your new Ring of Honor champion, the newest member of the Prophecy, and after all that abuse he took from Loki tonight, he is going to be a tough man to beat. He proved that, and
besides deceiving Loki, they just deceived all the fans. They just deceived us. It seems that the heavyweight title of Ring of Honor is now in control of the Prophecy.
Xavier deceived everybody in Ring of Honor, from the wrestlers to the announcers to the fans, and Chris Daniels.
I told you all along, the Prophecy is true. The Code of Honor is a joke. And now the Prophecy runs this federation. You just saw tonight why they call me the all-around best.
First, weighing in at 110 kilos from Tokyo, Japan, Takeo Amore. Weighing in at 250 pounds from the Isle of Samoa, here's Sonny
Am I seeing Elvis in there?
You might just be, but what you're seeing is Sonny Siaki, one of the flying Elvises in the ring with Takayo Omori from Pro Wrestling Noah.
All right, and Sonny Siaki, unadvertised, unannounced, and he's here as Michael Modest's replacement in this match. As Modest, of course, with the unscripted format, has joined the tag team tournament as American Dragon's partner. He is in the finals against Chris Daniels and Donovan Morgan. So we got Sonny Siaki, a guy with a ton of potential, an upcomer, against one of Noah's biggest stars, Omori. And what can you tell us about either of these guys, Ray?
Let me tell you what, Takayo Omori is one of the top stars in Pro Wrestling Noah. He is here on a 6-month tour of America. He's here just to repolish his style to get ready to go back to Japan for the big push. He has been wrestling on a lot of independent shows throughout the country. And this guy is this is a very impressive individual that's here in the Ring of Honor ring right here. That's one of the reasons all the Japanese press are here. He is a big star. Back in the day in All Japan, he went to the Champion Carnival Finals in 2000, where he eventually lost to maybe one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, Kenta Kobashi. So this Omori is definitely a star.
Not only is he a star, but he's one of the largest competitors, and in a good way, look at that height, to ever step foot in a Ring of Honor ring here.
That's right, and Siaki's pretty big as well.
He's not a small guy and in phenomenal shape, and Sonny Siaki...
and he can move, look at that.
He can move, he was trained by Dusty Rhodes, he was in WCW, he's becoming a main player in NWA TNA right now, so we got a lot of star power in that ring between two people making their debut in Ring of Honor right here tonight.
And I'm glad they're here. This is what separates Ring of Honor from the rest.
Well, you will see talent. You will see the cream of the crop, the best talent. They all come here to Ring of Honor, and that's why we got Omori here. That's why we have Sonny Siaki here. And Siaki, kind of a little surprised to see him. Not expecting to see a flying Elvis in Ring of Honor.
That's right. We were wondering who Omori's opponent would be, since Michael Modest's original opponent is in the tag team tournament. But it is Sonny Siaki here at Unscripted.
And Sonny Siaki looking very good, showing his wrestling skills as he blocks a headlock there on Omori. Omori, when he returns to Noah, look for him to make a big run for the title there. And Omori, big forearm, reminiscent of Dory Funk Jr.
That's right. Omori is one half of the tag team in Pro Wrestling Noah as No Fear, as his former partner, well, not partner now, but his partner Yoshihiro Takayama is one of the top stars, as he is wrestling in Noah and in New Japan, and has wrestled in Pride. He is one of the toughest guys on the planet, just like his partner Omori is here.
And you got to say Sonny Siaki's a tough guy too, because he took those chops and then dished them back out in addition to some kicks, as Sonny Siaki hooks Omori in right now and went for that suplex. Omori blocked it. That's a big man to get over, and another big man, Omori tries to get Sonny Siaki over, but Sonny Siaki lands on his feet, and there's a kick to the gut. They're trying for a suplex again. This time he's got him. Nice vertical suplex.
I think this really exemplifies what Ring of Honor stands for. It has the top talent in the United States. It features the top talent in Japan with the Americans, but it also features top wrestlers from various promotions in Japan. You won't see Omori on the same show with Hidaka and Dick Togo in Japan. You won't see like Loki on a show with Omori, but here in Ring of Honor, this has got to be like a dream promotion if you're a Japanese wrestling fan, because it takes the best from all the promotions, puts them in the ring together right here in Ring of Honor.
It's like the All-Star game, but the players really try here.
That's right.
And right now, Omori working, I believe it's a chin lock, maybe trying to turn it into a camel clutch type maneuver, and he's wrenching back right there, doesn't quite have it fully hooked. Siaki smartly using his knees as a base there so that he doesn't go to the ground, so that Omori can't really drive his ass into the small of Siaki's back to really get that bend going. And Omori, realizing that, takes Sonny Siaki over into a leg scissors, and those are some big legs that have wrapped around you. Well, here we got Omori still working that hold on Siaki, and Siaki, I don't think you're going to get him to tap on that. Siaki turns around into a pin attempt and only a 2 count. And who do we got as a ref here? Paul Turner making that 2 count as another bit of one of those big Dory Funk forearms there to Sonny Siaki. I hope Dory Funk doesn't try to charge us royalties for using his name with those forearms.
Not at all, but since you brought up Dory Funk, Omori was trained in the All Japan Dojo back in the early 80s with Dory Funk, as Omori and Dory Funk were a regular tag team back when Omori was a young boy.
I did not know that.
Well, now you do.
So those forearms are very impressive. Nice background there by Ray Morrow. I can't believe it. And big punches coming back there by Sonny Siaki, who he might not quite be in the upper echelon right now, but this guy has just got world of potential.
That's right. He's young, but he has something you can't teach, and that is size. And he is definitely going to make an impact in the world of professional wrestling and hopefully make an impact here in Ring of Honor.
And it's just not size he's got. Look at the condition of this guy. He is going to be a major player, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And he's going to learn some valuable lessons in this match against Omori, and a very rare opportunity for Sonny Siaki to work somebody like Omori.
This is definitely a big match for Sonny Siaki.
And a big power driver
right here. He gets his break here in Ring of Honor with a high-profile match, and especially a high-profile match in Japan, as definitely, as you can see all the Japanese photographers at ringside, as this match, along with this show, is definitely getting a lot of international coverage.
A lot of international coverage. We got the magazines here, and I understand they're going to do a nice spread on Omori and Ring of Honor coming out of this show. And anyways, I mean, we're getting the coverage in all the magazines. Check out Pro Wrestling Illustrated. 4 pages on the Counting the Champion 1 hour match. Check out The Wrestler, feature on Paul London. Check out Power Slam, always doing full color pictures.
For the United Kingdom.
Yup, in the United Kingdom. Checking out, always doing full color features on us. We've got the magazine coverage here in Ring of Honor, and we're very proud to say that and very thankful for it, too, as Sonny Siaki unloads a big right hand on Omori. Another one. Backs Omori into the rope. Omori reversal. Ooh, nice elbow right to the face of Omori, and Sonny Siaki going toe-to-toe with Omori. This match has been 50-50 so far, as Siaki big boot, and that is a big boot.
Back and forth, these guys. He's got a cover on Omori. That would have been an upset if he pinned him. I'm calling it.
An upset indeed, but you know what, in a year or so, that might not be an upset.
That's right.
That Sonny Siaki's progressing. And, you know, you're trained by Dusty Rhodes. You can't argue for much more than that. And, wow, nice. There's a form of a neck breaker there as he goes to the cover.
Paul Turner with a count of 2.5, 2 3/4 right there.
And the fans, look at the faces of the fans. They are just watching this match. You know what? You might not have the loudest crowd. It might not be like a WWE crowd where everybody's there to
cheer an entrance.
Yeah, and cheer an entrance and mug for the camera and get their sign on TV. This is a crowd that comes to watch wrestling and watch the very best compete in that ring, in athletic wrestling, and that's what they're doing right now.
So Omori back in control here. He's getting Siaki up. What's he going for?
This could be his finish. He has pinned many men with this. He drops them right back on their head. And yes! Sonny Siaki is not getting up from that.
Not at all. Count of 3. Omori is victorious here in his Ring of Honor appearance.
And we want to thank Omori for coming in for us. It was really an honor to have him perform in Ring of Honor. And I don't think you've seen the last of Sonny Siaki in Ring of Honor. He will be back.
Exactly. Somebody else told me it's hotter than hell in here, but that's the fact.
everywhere I go, people always ask about Ring of Honor. They say how great it is that I wrestle here. They always want to know what it's like. I say, Ring of Honor's been great, but now I have to admit that I was lying. Ring of Honor has not been great at all. In fact, Ring of Honor has been the most frustrating experience of my entire life. At the very first show, Air of Honor Begins, I had Red beat in the middle of the ring, but he managed to hit me with infrared. He beat me. The next show, I had Spanky bleeding all over the place. Then he hit me with sliced bread number 2. Nobody kicks out from that. After those 2 losses, I didn't think I was going to come back to Ring of Honor. I was ashamed. I didn't think I was going to come back, but I did. I came back, and I never felt better when I pinned Tony Mama Luke in the middle of the ring. I never felt better, one of the greatest moments in my whole career. And then Mark, my own brother, you ruined it all in the back by being a wise ass in the locker room, Mark. Don't be jealous of me, Mark, because I'm 18. Don't be jealous because you have to wait until January before you can wrestle in Pennsylvania, Mark. You shouldn't be jealous of me at all. And you damn sure should not be rooting against me. In Boston, Mark, you took it too far. I finally had the chance to get my hands on you, Mark. And what did you do? For the first time in my career, I got busted open. You took full advantage of that to beat me, Mark. The same blood that was on your fist runs in your veins. I don't even want to go home now, Mark. I don't even want to go home to see my mother and my father because I know you'll be there, laughing, smiling, saying 1-0, Jay, 1-0. It's all right, Mark. Yeah, you beat me in Boston, Mark. I've lost a couple matches here in Ring of Honor, but I'm not losing anymore. Do you hear me? I'm not losing in Ring of Honor anymore. I am not losing in Ring of Honor anymore.
Fred, I want to know if Ring of Honor let me manage you tonight. I guarantee you a victory. What do you say?
Hell no.
Man, I know Jay better than anybody. Let me manage you tonight.
Nah, man, that's right.
Come on, bro.
See between the Amazing Red and Mark Briscoe there before Red came through the curtain. Code of Honor being upheld there by 2 honorable guys in Red and Jay Briscoe, and this match is underway.
Who does Mark Briscoe think he is in the back, trying to be the manager of the Amazing Red against his own brother Jay?
Well, Mark and Jay have that issue. You saw it explode in Boston last month as these two doing some real nice wrestling with each other. But Jay Briscoe, after losing to his brother Mark in that Match of the Year candidate at the at Honor Invades Boston, and hold on, nice reversals on each other right there as they're both trying to get the advantage and neither one getting it. Wow, this is some great stuff. But anyways, going back to that, Jay Briscoe dropped that Match of the Year candidate to his brother Mark in Boston. Nice bridge out of there, but he dropped that Match of the Year candidate to his brother Mark with a kip up there by Red. And now Jay, he stated he is not going to lose again. And let's see if he can even the score to Red here. Why don't you give us the background of this one, Ray?
Well, let's get back to it. The first ever Ring of Honor show, the inaugural event, was on February 23rd as the Era of Honor began. And the first scheduled sanctioned match in Ring of Honor history is between these two, the Amazing Red and Jay Briscoe, in a thrilling match that almost stole the show. But during that match, the Amazing Red came out victorious. Jay Briscoe in this rematch stated that I don't know if he wants revenge, but he wants to get his win back on the Amazing Red.
That's right. It's all about the pinfall, all about evening the score here in Ring of Honor and coming out with the man with the most pinfalls. And nice run in the ropes here. This action is just too fast to call as they just keep going back and forth. And a lot going on here. You got Mark watching on from the locker room. And I think that Mark's going to have a little bit of an issue with Red now. And Mark, of course, and Jay having that issue. Mark jealous. He's 17. He can't compete in Pennsylvania yet. And he's jealous of his brother Jay starting Ring of Honor before him. And that's been a rivalry since day one here in ROH.
But speaking of Mark Briscoe, ever since he became want to know. I heard his ego is out of control. He is definitely going to have to be dealt with, and I think he's going to be dealt with in the future by his brother, Jay Briscoe.
Well, I know I'm counting the days till January 18th when he can compete in Pennsylvania. And let's see, we got a little exchange on the floor here between these two friends, but there's no friendship once the match starts. It's Red trying those kicks, Jay pushing him off. Good kicks to the back there. Those are going to tighten up the hamstring, but Jay keeps pushing him off. Red trying with some strikes. They were blocked. Jay trying with some strikes, and they're blocked. And this is some pretty vicious stuff going out on the floor. A push off again. Jay with the big boot attempt. Missed. Oh, nice spin kick by Red. Red up and over. Lands on his feet.
Stalemate.
Stalemate on the floor. Of course, both men not having to worry about the countout at this point with no countouts in Ring of Honor.
I think the Amazing Red looks a little surprised here at the intensity of Jay Briscoe, but I wouldn't be surprised with the intensity of Jay Briscoe here. I mean, we saw the video feature before this match, and Jay Briscoe has stated that he is never going to lose again in Ring of Honor after losing to the Amazing Red.
Look at that right there. You can tell that these guys are friends, that they go back a long way. But
the competitive nature here, though, they're firing up. But let's get back to Jay Briscoe losing to the Amazing Red, losing to Spanky, then finally getting his first win against Tony Mamaluke, which was mired in controversy with the actions of his brother Mark afterwards. And ever since that, Jay Briscoe has never won a match, but he has stated that he will never lose again in Ring of Honor, and we'll find out here tonight.
He is fired up after losing to Mark last month, and that must seem... Oh! Red reversing that into a backwards DDT, and now he's going for the cover, and... Hey, I thought Jay might lose again after that move. But Red, Red now picking Jay up. He's got to stay on him after that, after getting that backwards DDT with that punch to the head.
Shooting the corner.
Yep, whipping him in. Red following in. Wow, nice climbing kick right there. I guess that's the best way to describe it. And now Red, he's got Jay reeling. He comes right in. Whoa! That's called a lariat right there, and that's how it's done by Jay Briscoe. Only 18 years old, and this guy has just got a world of potential ahead of him.
That's a vicious lariat, and that comes from a man who is on the road. He wants to prove something here tonight.
Jay Briscoe definitely was something to prove, and there's really none tougher than Red, and these two are so evenly matched. Wow, that's just power. Despite the size advantage by Jay, Red counters that with the quickness and high flying advantage, and these two are about as even as they come, and now it's proven at the Era of Honor begins as Jay does that big boot to the face on Red, and now he's going to whip Red in again. Let's see, follows in. Red boot to the face as a comeback. Red now tries a double kick. Jay catches him. Looks like he's, ooh, that's power right there.
He's going for a cloverleaf. Turns him over.
He's going for that Texas cloverleaf. He's turning that into a leg lock right there. Stretching those ligaments in that knee by falling backwards like that. And of course, if you ground Red, you've taken a lot of his offense and a lot of his skill away from him. And that's a strategy Jay is trying to employ right here.
A very sound strategy, I might add, upon Jay Briscoe.
Well, that's how Jay Briscoe is. Very intelligent young man. And that crowd, you just heard him give him a nice applause right there. They appreciate what's going on in that ring as Jay unloads one of those punches.
I mean, for a person of his age, his athletic ability, his strength, his knowledge of holds and moves is incredible. For a person of his age, and what a spin kick by Red, but also the mental aspect of the game. Jay Briscoe, for somebody of his age, is definitely one of the smartest wrestlers I have ever seen.
Jay Briscoe is like one of those 13-year-olds that ends up going to, wow, he gets dumped on his head right there, but he's like one of those 13-year-olds that ends up going to Harvard, and that's the same way he is in the world of professional wrestling.
These Briscoe brothers are wrestling prodigies. You might not agree with the way Mark Briscoe handles himself. The Briscoes.
Oh, okay. Well, the Briscoes right now, they do agree that they are prodigies. And now let's see Red going up to the top. Let's see what Red's going to come up with here. Too early for the infrared. He's going for the swanton. Jay moves out of the way and a big boot.
Mafia kick right to the face of the Amazing Red.
Yep.
Goes for a cover. Count of two. Count of two by Ref Hansen.
Right now, if you were to pick a winner, who would you pick? I don't think you can pick one.
I can't pick a winner. It's too evenly matched up here. But Jay Briscoe has got to stay on top of the Amazing Red. Hit him with some power moves. Work on the legs. Take his offense away from him. And Jay Briscoe going into the book of the Amazing Red here as he is scaling to the top rope here. What is he going to come up with?
Well, Jay Briscoe is a gifted high flyer. There's no doubt about that. And wow, Red with a big kick to the back of the head. But you know, you can't play Red's game.
Jay Briscoe's in trouble up there.
You know, Red's going to do something cool here. And
oh, are you kidding kidding me?
That was a sunset flip powerbomb from the top rope. Red Star press, and this is going to be it.
Oh, he didn't get him. Jay kicked out. The fans are on top of their feet. What an incredible sequence of moves there by the Amazing Red, and I can't believe Jay Briscoe just kicked out of that.
Jay Briscoe as determined as ever, and you just saw that. He survived that sunset flip powerbomb. Awesome impact from the top rope. The Red Star press, which has pinned many people, and Red seems a little puzzled what he can do next after hitting him with those two moves. I think all he's got left is the in for Red to do, and Red now going for one of those sunset flip powerbombs again, and Jay Briscoe, he's not
got him
over.
Oh, dropped him on his head.
Oh, and Jay,
what's he go for? Big power bomb.
What impact on that? Jay
rolls him. Oh, here we go.
Jay Driller.
That's it.
No one gets up from that, and Red is out.
Jay Briscoe gets his win back on the Amazing Red. And could this be a new win streak started by Jay Briscoe?
We've seen him more intense here than we've ever seen him, more determined than ever before. Jay Briscoe is going to be someone to keep an eye on here in Ring of Honor. And Code of Honor. That's what it's all about. These two have a lot of respect for each other.
Daniel should learn something from this.
Yep. Look at that. You know what? I'd like to see these two wrestle again. They compete so well against each other.
Just like Scoot and Xavier, we need a third match.
Jay Briscoe now leaving. I wouldn't mind seeing these two as a tag team either.
And that would be amazing.
Yeah. So obviously got a lot of respect. Jay Briscoe leaving. Look at this crowd paying respect to him.
These fans are appreciative of everything that these wrestlers do. These wrestlers give 110% every time out here in the Ring of Honor, and these fans love it.
These are the most diehard fans. They come from Boston, they come from New York, they come from Ohio. And what?
Wait a second, what's this?
It's Dixie and Elax, a Special K, that goofball Elax. And Dixie, nice roaring elbow right there.
You know his IQ is only 45. Here comes the SATs.
Of course, the SAT are watching Red's back. These three are a group. And let's see, they're just pounding Special K right here. And Special K is going to be, big clothesline. And if they weren't messed up before on whatever they take in that locker room, they'll be messed up after those clotheslines. And that'll kill your buzz. Another big clothesline right there again. And
I think that's a buzzkill for Elax.
Yep, and I got a feeling that, Joel, the big guy. Oh. And Elax is got to be out, and now they're going to turn their attention to Dixie. I don't think they're going to be in any shape to go to any raves after this match. It's not even a match. And let's see, what do they got here in play? Is this going to be more innovation from the SAT?
What are they doing?
He's got him up. It looks like he's going for a torture rack.
That's the highest Dixie's ever been.
Well, I'll argue that is not the highest Dixie has ever been, but that is a devastating torture rack into a leg drop from the second rope. I've never seen anything like that before. The
SAT's defending the honor of Red right here, and they just took out Special K.
The SAT in Red, of course.
Wait.
Hold on.
What are they calling for?
Joel Maximo's got more plans, and the crowd loves it. The SAT.
You know what's coming up now.
Yep, they are a group, and it looks like that they all have each other's backs, along with Divine Storm. They all came up in this business together, and well, it's often imitated, never duplicated. And here it is, the one and only Spanish Fly, and Elax is going to be gone. There you have it, folks. Special K, time to go to the rave. SAT, Amazing Red, another innovative, creative performance from them. And this is what I'm
very over with the fans. Wait a second.
Who is this guy coming from? What is this, fan participation night? Who is this guy coming in from the crowd? We saw him at crowning the champion. He is back.
Who is this guy?
Ring of Honor needs to hire some better security. This is getting ridiculous. You call it unscripted all you want, but you got guys coming in from the crowd, and I think that's called the body bag, what he hit Ref Hansen with there. And what's he doing in the ring, and why, and where's he going now? He's been watching the entire show from the crowd, and he's going back to his spot in the crowd. He's back to watch the rest of the show.
All right, whatever. Fans seem to like it.
Number one tag
And there's no code of honor in this one. Michael Shane and Paul London. This falls into the blood feud category. And if it's a blood feud, it's not about athleticism. It's not about who's the best competitor. It's about hurting your opponent. No code of honor necessary. No handshake. And beautiful dropkick by Paul London. This one is starting out fast. Take it over, Ray.
The code of honor is waived. It is thrown out. It is not involved in this match. This is a Ring of Honor street fight, blood feuds match, and this is going to settle a score. The feud between Paul London and Michael Shane has escalated, and it's time to take it to the streets.
And that's right, you saw, actually Paul London's supposed to be in the tag team tournament teaming up with Spanky, and you saw it happen at the beginning of the show where he just wants Michael Shane so bad after what happened in Boston, after what happened in Philly, that he is willing to give up that spot to get this street fight with Michael Shane. And oh, Paul London hard into the post right there.
That just shows that his hatred for Michael Shane is above and beyond winning any titles here in Ring of Honor. He wants to get it settled, and this is the way to do it.
I don't blame him for hating Michael Shane. A lot of people don't like Michael Shane. A lot of people, even Chris Daniels of the Prophecy, call him an asshole. And I mean, that's saying a lot right there. And he gets caught and crotched. Of course, Michael Shane won that Ring of Honor contract July. Big enziguri to the back of the head. Michael Shane won that Ring of Honor contract July 27th, and many thought Paul London had won that match. And then in Boston last month, Michael Shane with that cheap victory, faking the injury, the same injury that Paul London ended his match with Chris Marvel at Round Robin Challenge, taking advantage of that, and now Paul London's going for revenge. And don't forget, Michael Shane attacked Paul London's trainer, Rudy Boy Gonzalez, and his trainer as well, swore off everything Rudy did for him. And then not only that, but after the match in Boston, he dropped that big picture-perfect elbow that no one kicks out from on Paul London.
That's right. Michael Shane, he is cheap, and he is definitely devious, and he must be if you even have people like Christopher Daniels. What's he going for? Big spear! Oh my God!
Paul London trying to skin the cat, and Michael Shane spearing him to the floor. And oof, did Paul London ever land hard on that basketball court floor? And that does not feel good. Paul London down, and this is the kind of action that we're going to expect to see in this match. There's no telling what these two will do to each other now. Michael Shane, he doesn't like Paul London. Paul London doesn't like Michael Shane. It's that simple, and these two are going to fight it out.
This is definitely not going to be a traditional Ring of Honor style match that most of you people are accustomed to. This is going to be nothing but a fight. My God, did you see him hit that rail?
I saw him, and so did those people in the front row that he landed on as that rail just gave way. Unbelievable.
Want a street fight with me, Paul? I'll show you a goddamn street fight.
And look at that, cocky, confident individual. You know, he's confident to the point that he's arrogant. And it's one thing to be confident, it's another thing to be arrogant. And Michael Shane is arrogant. And, you know, we saw that ladder Paul London pulled out. We've never seen a ladder used in a Ring of Honor match before. But right now, Michael Shane opting to go for a table. And it looks like they're pulling out all the stops in this one tonight. So Michael Shane setting up that table on the floor. Paul London still hurting from that guardrail shot before. And I think that right now Michael Shane taking a little too long. He's got to get right back on Paul London. And yup, he did wait too long as Paul London with a big kick, forearms right there. And maybe Paul London looking to use that table. Nope. Whips Michael Shane back into the ring. And Paul London going underneath the ring. What's he going to be going for there?
Who knows what he's going for?
Grabs that ladder. And let's see.
Now he's got a chair.
He's got a steel chair, and he's showing it to the crowd. We're going to see a steel chair involved in this one. And Michael Shane hitting the ropes and up and over the top rope. And what sacrifice right there. That chair went slamming right into Paul London's face. Michael Shane was willing to take that chair on his back as long as he knew that momentum of him going over the top rope was going to force that chair right into the face of Paul London. And that had to hurt. Steel chair, and look at, they almost smiling there.
Both these men are down. Both these men are in pain.
That had to take a lot out of both of them. Michael Shane, though, very cunning, willing to take that abuse as long as he was dishing out more on Paul London, who is...
Yeah, he's busted open.
He is busted open. I believe that might be the first time in his career that he has bled. And Paul London, the trainee of, he's trained with Dory Funk Jr. He's, of course, from the Texas Wrestling Academy and Rudy Boy Gonzalez. And now he is busted wide open in this street fight. And
big chair.
And you know, whoever thought entering this building on September 21st, even right up until the show started, that we would see this kind of match in Ring of Honor tonight.
This is definitely why the show is entitled Unscripted.
That's right. Format's thrown out the window, and this sort of thing can happen. Ring of Honor also showing that it's more than just great athletic wrestling. It's also about blood feuds. And
big vertical suplex as he landed on a chair as well, grazed it.
Another kick out by Michael Shane. I don't think Michael Shane really wants to pin him there. I think he's just so trained in that old school psychology that you have to go for that pin at all times just because you might get it and that might get you the win, which is a more money, title shots, climbing the rankings, and he just instinctively goes for that pin all the time as he does those big boots to the bleeding forehead of Paul London. Paul London, desperation comeback with those kicks to the gut. They do have Michael Shane reeling, but well, the fingers to the eye will cut you off.
Definitely after everything that has been said and done, I think Michael Shane will definitely take the opportunity not to only beat Paul London in the middle of the ring, but also to inflict punishment, to hurt this man. These two guys do not like each other at all. This is why there's a street fight. This is why it's a blood feud. And definitely I could see Michael Shane taking an opportunity to take out Paul London.
Well, he was wrenching that neck there, just letting the blood flow from Paul London's forehead. Paul London is coming back though with forearms and kicks, whipping Michael Shane in reversal. Paul London hard into the corner.
And there is no turnbuckle pads underneath that ROH logo thing there. It is exposed steel underneath that. It's not comforting to be whipped into a corner like that.
Not only that, but it's little patches of steel, which means that those just drive right into you when you hit that. Now Michael Shane setting up that chair in the corner. You're not really used to seeing Michael Shane with chairs and tables and that kind of thing. Showing a new side to his repertoire tonight. And it looks like he knows what he's doing with that chair right there as he has it propped into that corner. Obviously setting Paul London up for something.
This definitely doesn't look good for Paul London here.
Look at Michael Shane taunting the crowd. He just doesn't care. He knows, he thinks that he's that much better than everybody else, and he doesn't care what they have to say. We got an exchange of chops going on right now. Let's see who's going to get the advantage, and the knee right to the gut will get you the advantage as Paul London might be ready to incorporate that chair, looking to whip him in reversal. Oh! Michael Shane hard into that chair, and that chair just worked right against him right there.
And he is definitely down. Both men are down.
Well, you're going to be down after getting a steel chair to the mush a couple of times. And Michael Shane is really reeling from that one, and he is busted open now too.
He's not old, but he's really busted open.
He is losing a lot of blood in a hurry, and when we say blood feud in ROH, we don't kid around. And there's a big forearm. Paul London's got the advantage now, and Michael Shane is dangling over that table. If he falls, he's landing through that table, and he's hanging on for dear life. Cuts Paul London off with a knee right there, perhaps saving himself from going through that table on the floor.
He's a bloody mess.
He is a bloody mess indeed. This is shades of the Rockers against Doug Summers and Buddy Rhodes.
The massacre in St. Paul.
How many people out there get that reference?
Christmas 1986.
All right, but anyways, Michael Shane, he might be bleeding, he might be weary, but he is getting a ladder from out underneath that ring, and he is pulling it out.
When Shawn Michaels said Shawn Michaels' blood flows through these veins, he's not kidding, as we're looking at it right now.
Open, we got action with the ladder there. First time ever in Ring of Honor.
Oh!
Big kick. Jumping off the apron, innovative kick right there, right to the ladder, causing that ladder to drive right into Michael Shane, and both guys are hurting already in this match. I don't think this one's going to go very long with the rate that these two are going.
It can, it's a fight.
Well, we got a hot building here, we got a lot of blood loss, we got weapons being used, we got a lot of punishment being dished out, and we got both men looking really beaten and worn out right now. I'm not expecting a long match here, and let's see Paul London whipping him in. Let's see what he's got going on. He's trying to get that ladder into the ring.
Boy, when these guys say they want to settle a score, they're not kidding. These guys are taking it up an extra level here tonight at Unscripted.
Well, I think they also recognize that this is the highest profile match they've had in Ring of Honor as Paul London goes to the top. This is their chance to break through as stars. Paul London going for something. Michael Shane catches a leg, but that momentum of catching a leg also brought Michael Shane over, and that's just both men being tired right there and worn down. But Michael Shane still having the attention, still having the wit about him to avoid that move by Paul London, whatever he was going for, and cut Paul London off in the middle of it as Paul London connects with a baseball slide. And as I was saying before, this is the highest profile match both these men have had in Ring of Honor, and a victory here could be considered their biggest victory in Ring of Honor, and a chance to really climb that ladder and get up there into the upper echelon of athletes in ROH.
Paul London setting up that ladder in the corner, definitely setting it up to use it as a weapon here on Michael Shane.
He ain't enough to paint the ceiling, and we almost got a reversal into the ladder trying to whip him in. Michael Shane now going into the corner, gonna maybe monkey flip, but Paul London lands on his feet, very impressive. Michael Shane comes running in, Paul London ducks, and over the head release, belly-to-belly suplex, and Paul London going back first right into that steel ladder. And those ladders that's just not like any old ladder. That is a steel ladder right there.
Michael Shane has got to capitalize. Goes for a cover. Paul Turner with a count of 2. The blood must be getting in the eyes of Michael Shane.
I said before that Michael Shane might have just been going for the covers on instinct, but I think right now he's just going for the covers because he wants to end the match and get back into the showers, because he's going to be in some trouble if this match keeps going on. And now let's see, very, very meticulous here as Michael Shane trying to figure out what he's going to do next. Scoops up Paul London. Basic body slam, nothing wrong with that. And let's see, perhaps maybe setting up that ladder.
He's going back to that ladder. It's been good to him so far.
And let's see. That is not only painful, but it's insulting. Just dropping the ladder on the back of Paul London. And also pretty effective since that back is already suffering after being belly-to-belly suplexed into that ladder. So effective and insulting at the same time. That's part of those psychological games that goes on in the professional wrestling ring. And I really separate the guys who do great moves from the guys who do great moves and are great wrestlers as well. And now we have Michael Shane chopping Paul London right in the corner.
And these guys, Michael Shane is definitely capitalizing with the use of the ladder on Paul London. He's got him in a vulnerable state here. And London fighting back, maybe with the desperation, with an elbow there to the face of Michael Shane.
London will not say die in this one, that's for sure. Michael Shane now cutting off Paul London with that peppering fist right to the face. Paul London now, what's this?
Oh my God.
Head scissors, right for that takes Michael Shane over and through that table. That just came out of nowhere. Paul London, and you got to say Paul London right now, he knows exactly where he is in that ring and what he's doing at all times after connecting that head scissors out of nowhere and taking Michael Shane through that table. And I'd say that those ladder shots right now, maybe they had London at a disadvantage, but Shane is at an equal disadvantage after going through that table. Unbelievable.
Well, if Paul London knows what he's doing, this guy must be insane to actually put his body on a line to deliver an offensive move like that to Michael Shane. This guy is nuts.
Never say die. That's the attitude of Paul London. And I've talked to Paul London, and he is kind of a wacky guy. So you can, he takes that attitude to the ring.
Now what is he looking for?
I don't know. What's left? They got a ladder.
Uh-oh, there's another ladder?
Not only is it another ladder, but it's a taller ladder. So tall to the point that Paul London's having trouble fitting that thing from getting it under the ring because the guardrail keeps getting in his way. And that's got to be a 15-footer right there.
That's a pretty high ladder.
Oh, drop kick. And not only was that a drop kick to the side of Michael Shane's face, the other side went with that steel mesh on that guardrail.
Double impact with that move there. I think Michael Shane might be out.
Yep, but I just can't believe it. I hope that he's out because if he gets back into that ring, there's a bigger ladder, a taller ladder in that ring. Like the other one wasn't tall enough for Paul London. He's got to take it up a notch. And now he's throwing Michael Shane into that ring. And let's see what he does. There's two ladders in that ring now. We've never seen ladders in Ring of Honor before. We've never seen Paul London in a ladder match. And we've never seen Paul London and Michael Shane in this high profile of a match, this high up the card in Ring of Honor. And right now, both men, it's obvious, they will put their bodies through anything to gain the win in this one. High knee by Paul London, staggering Michael Shane. Big forearm, and he's got to be setting Michael Shane up for something here, and you know that he's got a plan in mind. And let's see what we got. Whips him in, tries to whip him to the ladder. Nope. Couple of reversals there, forearm, and now Michael Shane charging into Paul London.
Michael Shane's time to taste the ladder.
Backdrop onto the ladder. The first time Michael Shane is feeling that ladder, besides when Paul London kicked that ladder into him earlier in the match, but that's the first time in the back.
Michael Shane leaving the ring here.
I think he's had enough.
I think he's had enough. I don't blame him either.
Or else he's just taking a breather. He's turning around. Maybe he's taking a breather. But he definitely does not look in good shape with all that. What? Unbelievable. Paul London climbing the ladder.
I am speechless.
I have never seen anything like that before. This crowd going nuts, and they should be. Paul London climbing that ladder and diving off with one of the highest dives I've ever seen in my life on Michael Shane. Innovative, high-flying, daredevil. What can you say about something like that besides unbelievable?
I have never seen anybody run up a ladder like that and just dive fearlessly through the air to land on the Michael Shane. That could be one of the most unbelievable moves I have ever seen in a professional wrestling match.
Think of the balance you have to pull that off. Think of the skill you have to have. And I can't wait. What is Paul London going to do next as he sets up the other ladder? And Michael Shane is down. Michael Shane is in a lot of trouble right now. I think that Paul London is one big move away from winning this match.
What is next? One big move. What can he possibly do to top that?
This could be the big move right there as he's got that ladder set up somehow, and it looks like he's going to propel himself off of the ladder, pushes himself off the ladder. Michael Shane caught him in a power bomb as he came off that 12-foot high ladder. That's 12 feet right into a power bomb, and amazingly, Paul London kicks out. What is it going to take to defeat either of these men in this match? Let's see that again.
And listen to the fans. Look at the fans on their feet here. Who wants it the most in this street fight here? Both men pulling out all the stops here, as this is one of the most incredible matches I have ever witnessed.
Just unbelievable action right now. This crowd eating up every single minute of it. And you know what? This is great on videotape. I know we're all enjoying this watching at home. You've got this tape from rfvideo.com or by calling 215-891-9404. But you know what? This is the kind of stuff you got to be there live to see. As Paul London cuts off Michael Shane right there. And Paul London now, let's see what can he possibly do after those moves. He's taken Michael Shane up to the top. Maybe a superplex, it looks like that he's going for right here. Paul London, big punches to the gut. And let's see, he pushes Michael Shane down. And
Michael Shane going to the top. You know what this could be?
It could be the picture-perfect elbow, and if he hits this, it is all over. And boom, there it is, the prettiest elbow in the business. Paul London kicked out.
Again, he's kicked out.
He has kicked out of two, but not only before he kicked out of a powerbomb, now he has kicked out of the picture-perfect elbow, which has pinned many, many people. And Paul London is not going to say die in this match. He is determined to win this one. This is the match that is going to propel his career up to the next level. Bicycle kick attempt, super kick by Paul London right there. And now let's see what Paul London's got going for.
He's setting him up. He's going up top. You know what this could be?
This could be that beautiful shooting star press. There might be a million guys who does them, but no one does them like this.
Oh!
Next, and that's it.
Oh!
Michael Shane has kicked out of the shooting star press. I am speechless.
I have never seen two people win a match so much. These guys are kicking out of their opponent's top moves. Listen to the fans. This is unbelievable.
The emotion that these two men are showing in the ring is carrying over to the crowd. Unbelievable emotion. I'm saying unbelievable a lot because it is. Great emotion in this ring right now, in this building. The crowd loving everything these two guys. And what Paul London can't use that ladder. Look, it's bent. It's never going to stand up. Paul London has got to be absolutely nuts to think he can do anything with that ladder besides possibly throw it on Michael Shane. That ladder is bent. He's trying to kick it back into shape. It's still going to be very wobbly. He's not going to be able to balance on it. There's just no way that ladder is in any condition to be climbed right now. And listen to that crowd, and I gotta feel the same way after seeing him use that ladder like that. And Michael Shane has cut him off though.
Ooh, ramming his head into the ladder.
Ramming his head.
Oh, it goes down. Now Michael Shane on the ladder. What's he gonna do?
Michael Shane can't possibly think of climbing this ladder either, because there's no way that ladder is gonna be able to support him.
He's going up.
There is nothing that is going to stop either of these two guys tonight. Michael Shane is look how hard camera pull back, because that ladder is a tall ladder, and Michael Shane is almost at the top of it, and he is balancing himself on it, and he can't be going for what I think it is. And yes, the picture-perfect elbow, and that is it for Paul London. Never say die. Paul London he's not going to lose this match. And look at Michael Shane, that frustration Shane. Not only has Paul London kicked out of the picture-perfect elbow from the top of, but now the top of that 15-foot high ladder. And
what possibly can Michael Shane do next to defeat Paul London?
Both these men exhausted. Every move in this match having impact. Nothing wasted. No wasted movement in this match whatsoever. Michael Shane now going back up perhaps for another picture-perfect elbow, and that would be it. But look at Paul London. He is getting to his feet. And Paul London,
Never say die.
Well, let me tell you something. Michael Shane does not know Paul London's up on his feet behind him as he is busy trying to climb it. Moonsaults off the second rope with a kick right to the face of Michael Shane. And Michael Shane is down. The blood loss, the heat, all that punishment. And Michael Shane is right now down. And what's Paul London doing? Paul London set him up for something.
Set him up for something. I'm afraid to almost see what he's going to do.
He's going to climb that ladder. Listen to fans.
Paul London scaling to the top of the ladder.
The fans chanting, "Please don't die of Paul London." In this day and age where wrestling fans have no respect for the wrestlers and love to see them kill each other, these fans are begging Paul London not to kill himself in this match. And Paul London is at the top of that wobbly ladder. What is he going to go for here? Could it be that shooting star? I don't think the ladder can... London nails a beautiful shooting star press from 15 feet in the air off of that wobbly ladder, gets the pinfall on Michael Shane, and look at this crowd. Let's just let this speak for itself. And Ray, can you feel the emotion in this building right now?
It is unbelievable.
Match of the year, the crowd's chanting it. You know what, you can self-promote yourself all that you want, but nothing speaks like a crowd chanting match of the year and 5-star match. I mean, that says it all right there. Those people are as unbiased as it comes.
The desire and the ability of these two combatants. Paul London, yes, he did win the match, but I think these fans are giving it up for both of these wrestlers as they have just put on an unbelievable performance.
You know what? I've never felt an atmosphere like this. Crowd absolutely going rabid for Paul London. Both men.
Even though it's not necessary.
Look at that. The emotion has carried over to these two competitors who hated each other. They know they've done something special here, and
that's so great to see. That's what Ring of Honor is all about. Issues aside, these guys came together through an incredible, awesome performance.
They've earned each other's respect. They've earned the respect of the fans. And Michael Shane, the handshake wasn't good enough for him. He wanted the hug. And Paul London's in tears.
This is what you like to see.
Yep, look at that. Crowd loving every single minute of it, as they should. These two people just putting everything on the line in this one. And oh!
Are you kidding me?
Michael Shane clotheslines Paul London. What an asshole.
I just got fooled again.
No, there's no fooling us with Michael Shane. This guy is point blank an asshole. He's an arrogant asshole, and this is just completely uncalled for. Talk about ruining the moment. Another big clothesline on Paul London.
I hope he gets his.
History together. You're the one that trained me, and that's why I feel it's my duty to bring you up to date on what's going on here. Okay? This whole code of honor thing, this shaking hands crap, it's garbage. Okay? You don't want any part of it. Okay? Even me, you, and Chris Daniels got a lot of history together, and a lot of good history. You guys in WCW, you know, us wrestling indies all over California and North America. But come with us tonight, join the prophecy. I guarantee you won't regret it.
Tonight I think it's better that I just stick with what I've got going on. You know, you and I are a great tag team in Noah and everything, but you've got your thing going on with Chris here, and I've got to make my mark in Ring of Honor as well.
And I'll tell you something, Mike, that pisses me off. And you know why it pisses me off? It's because ever since you were training me, you never listened. You never listened to me. Even though sometimes I have the right ideas, you never fucking listened to me.
Well, it's important for you to realize who trained who. I'm listening
I
to me.
realize that, Mike, but that was like 7 years ago, okay? Now we've kind of come up together. We've made our name together in Noah. Hasn't been just you that's made the name for us.
I realize that. You've done a good job, Donovan, and you know, tonight I know you and Chris will do really well. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in action. You know, Chris is a great competitor, man. I've worked Chris many times, you know, and I know what a competitor is. I think you guys can have a great match tonight.
That's great. Keep sugarcoating it, Mike. Keep sugarcoating it. Because you know what? Maybe we both won't be together in Noah that much longer. Okay?
What is your deal? What is your trick?
You never listen to me, man. You piss me off.
This is my first time in the freaking company.
Yeah, and I'm trying to give you advice.
I don't give a shit what you're trying to fucking do. This is my first time in the fucking company. I'm trying to make a good impression. Get your fucking ass over here! You piece of garbage, Donovan! I'm gonna put you on my knee and spank your little ass! You understand me?
And here we go. This is it. After all that we have seen tonight, it comes down to this. The finals of the ROH Tag Team Tournament to crown the first ever Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
And the winner of this one goes down in the history books. We got Chris Daniels and Donovan Morgan representing the Prophecy, and Mike Modest and American Dragon, first time ever as a tag team tonight. And now it's all part of what happened earlier in the show. Of course, you've seen it by now. And Modest and Daniels, they have a long history with each other, going back to California, even going back to WCW against each other. And now, let's see, they are going reversing holds on each other. Modest comes up with a wrist lock there. Daniels trying to make the tag to Morgan, who doesn't seem like he wants to tag in and face Modest.
After what we saw a little bit earlier, what happened between Donovan Morgan and Michael Modest stating that he wanted to do things on his own here without the Prophecy here in Ring of Honor. Donovan Morgan took exception to that, and it broke down into a little bit of action there, and I think Michael Modest wants to gain a little bit of revenge on the person he trained, Donovan Morgan.
Not only did he train him, but these two are business partners. They own that Pro Wrestling Iron wrestling school together out in San Francisco area in California. They're partners in Noah, but what broke them up here in Ring of Honor was the fact that Donovan Morgan, he's part of the Prophecy, he doesn't believe in the Code of Honor, and Mike Modest does, and that split up this business relationship, this partnership, this friendship, and now these two are going toe-to-toe in the ring, and right now you got a lot of underlying issues. This might just be shoulder tackles going on in here, but you got the trainer against the student, you got the guys who are regular tag team partners. Neither of them want to prove that they're better than or both of them want to prove they're better than the other, and they're not willing to give on this shoulder block exchange. And let's see, Mike Modest now going in for a big one, it looks like, and
forearm right to the jaw of Donovan Morgan. My God.
Like the teacher
outsmarted the pupil there as he tags in the American Dragon. And as we go from pain, this is going to be even more painful here with a big chop right to the chest of Donovan Morgan. But he fires back forearm, another forearm by Dragon. These guys are going toe-to-toe here as it is all on the line here as the winner of this match becomes the first ever Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions.
And right now, American Dragon working that chin lock, and I think that we also have a bigger issue at stake besides the tag team titles, and that is the fact that if Donovan Morgan and Christopher Daniels win those Ring of Honor tag team titles tonight, the Prophecy is gonna have control of all the belts after what we saw earlier with Xavier and Loki.
And when you control the belts, you have power, and when you have power, you control Ring of Honor.
And that's exactly what the Prophecy want to do. Chris Daniels, he wants to take down the Code of Honor, rebuild Ring of Honor his own image, and he's got a lot on his side if he's got control of all the Ring of Honor titles, because that's what it's all about here in Ring of Honor, being on top. In order to prove that you're on top, you got to win those titles. Now, the other thing I think that we're looking at is the fact that this is just capping off an unbelievable night, as Daniels now with the Dragon Screw on American Dragon going to work on that knee, but Unscripted tonight was, we saw that mysterious big African-American man out of the crowd. We saw that woman come out of the crowd with the moonsault. We saw an impromptu match between
James Maritato and Tony Mama Luke.
Gary Michael Capetta come out with some sort of set.
So Michael Modest in the tag team tournament. Sonny Siaki making his Ring of Honor debut. A lot has happened that I didn't think would happen.
CM Punk and Colt Cabana showing up unadvertised and unannounced. Just lots and lots going on. I know that we're missing something, but I mean, this was just a crazy night. And that street fight.
And Xavier winning the world title, winning the Ring of Honor championship over Low Key, and joining the Prophecy.
Just lots going on tonight as Donovan Morgan continues to work on that leg, and both he and Chris Daniels now, I guess you could call that making a wish right there with American Dragon.
And I think Daniels and Morgan are at a slight disadvantage here because they had to wrestle 2 hard matches, where Michael Modest and American Dragon only had 1 match. Will this come into effect, especially if this becomes a real long match?
I think it has to, because these Daniels and Morgan have to be almost as tired as this crowd after all they've seen tonight, as it's getting late into the night here in the Murphy Recreation Center in South Philly.
Morgan and those damn rails again. What's his problem?
He just has an issue with the guardrails. But anyways, as we're talking about here at the Murphy Recreation in South Philadelphia, you can catch Ring of Honor back here November the 9th, and a lot of card info will be coming. Of course, October the 5th, Glory by Honor. By the time any of you get this videotape, Glory by Honor will be released, or very close to being released, and that will be a huge show featuring the debut of Samoa Joe. Doug Williams returns, much more. Ring of Honor also heads up to the AmeriCal Civic Center in Wakefield, Massachusetts, just 10 miles outside of Boston, on November the 16th. Ring of Honor will debut in Hamburg, PA on December the 7th. And guess who was just signed for that show?
Who?
Abdul the Butcher.
What?
Yup, Big Enziguri right there by American Dragon.
Whoa. Abdul the Butcher in Ring of Honor.
He will be in Hamburg on December the 7th. In addition to that, Easy Money, he will be making his Ring of Honor debut in Hamburg, PA on December the 7th. And there will be a Ring of Honor title.
Wait. Let's get back to Abdul the Butcher. Is he going to uphold the code of honor, or is he going to stab you in the hand with his fork?
I want to see him and the original Sheik shake hands.
Are you kidding me?
But wait, right there, the ref did not see the tag. Once again, Daniels and Morgan.
Here we go again. Smart tag team wrestling, cutting off the ring, antagonizing your opponents, using the officials to your advantage in this match. That's what the Prophecy, Christopher Daniels and Donovan Morgan have been doing all night. What's he doing?
Look at that stretching the ropes, and you see that knee right under that hard cable that's on the top there. Donovan Morgan with a cheap shot, of course, but that is just stretching that knee, and American Dragon's got to get out of that. But another one. Quickly going back to the live events. Hamburg, December 7th, December 28th, 2002, last show of the year. Ring of Honor returns to the Murphy Recreation Center in South Philly. And don't forget, Ring of Honor heads to the Pittsburgh area. I believe it's West Mifflin, PA, on January the 11th. And for information on all those shows, you can check ROHWrestling.com. Again, that's ROHWrestling.com, RFvideo.com, and 215-891-9404. As once again, we see those guardrails in play by Donovan Morgan.
Yeah, you just plug the webpage, and in that time space, Donovan Morgan just ruined 2 more rails.
2 more rails. I think maybe this is the Prophecy's goal of bankrupting Ring of Honor by making us buy new guardrails all the time. But anyways, you can catch all those live events. In addition, RFvideo.com, 215-891-9404 to catch Ring of Honor High Impact TV. Their subscription package is available. Right now, it's just on WGTW Channel 48 out of Philadelphia. You can check the TV listing section of ROHWrestling.com for that. And plus, our video has over 5,000 tapes. If you're looking for something, our video probably has it, including all the Ring of Honor releases, best ofs for a lot of the Ring of Honor competitors like Chris Daniels, Loki, SAT, American Dragon, and so many more. And basically, if you're looking for a tape of somebody, check out RFvideo.com.
You know I've watched most of those tapes.
Yeah, I know that, right? I know you like to sit in the basement of my house and watch them all the time. So anyway, neck ringer suplex right there by American Dragon, and American Dragon needs that tag desperately. Donovan Morgan and Chris Daniels have been working on him. Beautiful neck ringer suplex, but you see American Dragon holding that knee. That knee is injured, and we've talked about a lot of other things. It's time to get focused on the match. The first ever Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions are going to be crowned in this match. A lot on the line. Daniels tagged in. Dragon make the tag. He makes a tag to Mike Modest, who comes in. Ooh, there's those big punishing forearms. Another one to the face of Christopher Daniels, and wow, those have got to hurt as Mike Modest, the House of Fire, whipping Chris Daniels in, but Chris Daniels cuts him off, always thinking. Chris Daniels now going up to the top, and what is this? catches him in the legs and then flips him over. Pretty unique, pretty nice.
Something new. I've never seen that before.
And
big diving headbutt.
With that big noggin. And there's a 2 count right there. And now let's see what we got with Mike Modest. He is just cleaning house right now. I don't think I've even seen him leave his feet in this match.
No, not at all.
Or even on the show. But anyways, let's see. Mike Modest whipping him in. Oh, he takes the turnbuckle as Daniels has presence enough to move. But he catches him again, picks him up, kind of like a choke slam, but dropping him right on his face. And now Donovan Morgan up from behind, another cheap shot with a body slam. And, wow, American Dragon's not taking any of that with that roaring elbow, but Enziguri, and we got tons of action right here.
Everybody's down.
And you hear that crowd appreciating it. This crowd is tired. I'll admit that. This has been a long show, and this crowd is tired, and they have seen a lot. But their eyes are glued to that ring as they want to see who becomes the first Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. And there's a little exchange right now between Modest and Morgan. Morgan holding on and bailing out.
Scoots out of there.
Modest now, whoops, misses the slide. Morgan cuts him off. No, not the guardrail again. And yes, indeed, that guardrail has had it. Sid, go get another one. It is gone.
No big deal. That one was already broken.
Yeah, well, it's beyond broken right now. And right now, Modest working on him. Let's see.
Wait, what's Daniels going for?
Looks like an Arabian press.
To the floor.
Yes. Very nice. And this leaves American Dragon in the ring. And right now, the other 3 on the floor as Daniels is working over.
Dragon with a tope, but he landed on his knee. Oh my God, he's in pain. Look at that.
The ref should be looking at him right now. American Dragon, that knee has been worked on the entire match. He hit that high-risk tope, and with high-risk moves, well, there's high risk. And the risk was in more injury to that knee, and American Dragon's knee is suffering as a result. I don't know if he's going to be able to get back up into this match.
He lives by the sword. He died by the sword in that one. And Daniels and Modest, dropped him right on his head as both of them are exchanging blows.
Mike Modest going for the cover, very smart.
Trying to capture that title.
You know what, Mike Modest is really not, he's got to be a fresh guy because he has not been in a disadvantage at all. It was American Dragon who got worked on earlier. It was Divine Storm wasn't really able to inflict a lot of punishment on Mike Modest. He has not really been down at all in this match, and he's going for that Fisherman Buster that pinned Eddie Divine earlier. Oh, Morgan saves the titles for the Prophecy by making the save. That Modest and American Dragon definitely would have been the first one. And look at that, kind of stunner type maneuver. And once again, Modest just reeling for a second. But whoops, there we have it. That Fisherman's neck breaker. Donovan Morgan going for the pin. And that
counter 2 by Mike Keener.
Yep. Mike Keener, of course, he got him in there repping the title matches. He was forced to make that 3 count in the Loki Xavier match. And he's about as good an official as you're going to get.
He just clubbed him.
Yep. Big forearm right to the back of the head right there by American Dragon. American Dragon now trying to lock in that full Nelson, not able to get it. Maybe going for that Dragon suplex. Once again, Donovan Morgan still fighting out of it. Now clubbing to the back of the head, trying to wear him down more to go for that Dragon suplex, which can be a finish or it can lead to the cattle mutilation. We've seen this before. I gotta get the name of that. That is an impressive suplex right there. Very original variation of the suplex by American Dragon.
He's going for cattle mutilation here.
He's got it, but look, he's not able to put that other leg down because the knee is too injured, so he can't get the full effect of that cattle mutilation. But that's still a painful hold, and that's still something that'll make you tap.
Daniels with the save.
And Chris Daniels had to make the save there. I gotta compliment Chris Daniels and Donovan Morgan. They might be taking a lot of cheap shots, but they are working flawlessly as a tag team together.
Definitely. And American Dragon limping in the ring, going after Donovan Morgan, places him up top in the corner. He's going to the top rope. Another high-risk maneuver coming up. What is he going for?
I don't know, but he's standing on the top rope. He's wearing them down. It looks like Morgan caught him. Sit-down powerbomb from the top rope. He should be going for a cover right now, but Chris Daniels double jump moonsault takes advantage of the situation. We could have a pin right here. Donovan Morgan with the cover.
He kicked out.
Great effort by the American Dragon kicking out. That's how bad these men all want the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships. And I heard the Ring of Honor has a trophy. They're giving the winning team a trophy, not belts. Trying something a little bit...
Something different. I like that.
Yep, trying something a little bit different there. And these guys are all competing to hold that trophy. And right now, Chris Daniels trying to whip Dragon in. And Dragon limping. Blue Thunder driver.
Oh, and he kicked out 2 3/4. Mike Keener almost counted 3 there.
I'm surprised he didn't count 3. Chris Daniels now picking, maybe going for that last right, send him up for that last right. That would be it. Once again, Dragon clubbing out of that. Ooh, big chop to the neck. Another spinning chop to the neck.
That could give you a stinger.
Oh, face first and now into that stretch that he uses. Let's see.
This could be it.
Yep.
Could Dragon tap.
Dragon, he's trying to get to the ropes to get out. I think Modest has to think about making the save right now.
I think so.
Modest very fresh on the outside, as it's been Dragon taking all the punishment. Modest with a big boot, and yes, he had to split that.
He broke it up, but Morgan's back in there as all 4 men are in the ring here.
Shoulder. Morgan working over Modest. Daniels working over Dragon. Looks like they're going to whip them into each other. Nope. Ooh. Ends up with Modest clothesline and Daniels. But hey, Donovan Morgan knocks Modest out of there. Big enziguri by American Dragon.
Cover that man.
Cover him because everyone's tired. Everyone can't get pinned right now.
Oh.
Not enough. Not enough, but close. And we're going for the guardrails again. Modest into the guardrail.
Well, at least that one didn't break. But Dragon setting up for the finish. The other 2 guys are on the floor. He could probably get a good pinfall on the man.
It looks like it could come down to Daniels and Dragon right here. Dragon propping Daniels up, perhaps going for one of those big back suplexes from the top rope. And look at Morgan
holding his leg.
Daniels down on top of him. No, Dragon bridges out, but last rights. Daniels catches him right in the last rights.
And that's it.
The Prophecy has all the titles in Ring of Honor. Christopher Daniels and Donovan Morgan are your first Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. I guess this is the plan Chris Daniels was telling us about. The Prophecy hold all the titles. Xavier, the new Ring of Honor the new Ring of Honor champion. Daniels and Morgan, the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions. They are getting that beautiful trophy, and wow, the Prophecy they have all the titles. That means that they are calling the shots right now in Ring of Honor. What is this going to lead to? What is going to happen next? And Modest not appreciating it. Modest now knows the cheap shots that they did. And Modest, I think he blew a gasket. The guy's got a bad temper. And once he's got that trophy, well, you didn't earn it, buddy. But I don't know, Morgan and Daniels, they definitely earned it after. Look at who they beat tonight. The SAT, Hadak and Togo, and now Modest and Dragon. That is an all-star roster of talent that they defeated. And they are leaving without their trophy as Modest seems to be holding it hostage.
As much as I'd hate to say it, the Prophecy of Daniels and Morgan definitely earned that tag team trophy.
They have earned it, and
what's going on here?
Modest going outside. Daniels and Morgan, they want that trophy. Of course you want that trophy. After winning those 3 matches, you're going to want to be able to show off that trophy. And American Dragon holding him off with a chair now. And American Dragon, he's got that serial killer look in his eye again.
Uh-oh. What are they doing? Oh, he's not. He's not going to break that trophy.
Well, he does have that serial killer look in his eye, and he's not a happy guy. And
oh, man.
It was a nice trophy.
A little bit of payback to the Prophecy.
Well, I can't say that I'm sad to see the Prophecy get that, as that trophy is being destroyed, demolished, and
annihilated.
Yep, there will be no trophy for Chris Daniels and Donovan Morgan. And look, Daniels has to be upset at that. And well, you know what they do? They are having all the titles. I hope that they don't hold this against Ring of Honor. But it'll be real interesting to see what happens with the future. You heard the upcoming dates. Ring of Honor is coming into every town, making every show a must-see show. And thank you for joining us. I'm Chris Lovey for Ray Murrow. Have a good evening.
One more for Ring of Honor. Come get it. That's what the Code of Honor is all about. People like American Dragon and Michael Modest.
This is why the prophecy is gonna break this place down.
Am I okay? She bruised me or anything?
I don't know. Take a look at the belt.
Oh, gosh, we did it. I told you. Hey, we did it. We did it. Look at this. Well, it was a good trophy. Those bastards, Dragon and Mike Modest. Damn it. Ah, but look, I told you. I told you. I told you. Here, fix that. Fix that. Oh my God. We did it.
We can take this.
We did it.
Shot. Don't worry.
We'll fix it. We'll fix it. Nah, I hate trophies anyway. Why the hell do we have? Well, why do we have a trophy anyway? Why do they want to try and be Japanese? Why don't they just give us belts? Ah, never mind. It doesn't matter. You know why? Because I told you. I told you we'd do it. I told you. And I told you. This was the night that the prophecy was going to take over. So, Ring of Honor, here's the story. He who holds the titles has the power, which means the prophecy makes the rules. That's right. That's right. We're going to build the new era here in Ring of Honor. We're breaking down the Code of Honor, and we're going to rebuild it in the prophecy's image. Which brings us to October 5th. Glory by honor. Ring of Honor, you want to have some big celebration of your promotion? Well, guess what? None of your titles are going to be defended at Glory by Honor on October 5th. In fact, Xavier, brand new Ring of Honor champion, you're not going to defend the belt against the #1 contender. You're not going to defend it against the #2 contender. In fact, you're just going to wrestle in a tune-up match. I'm going to feed you the biggest loser in this whole building.
I don't mean to bother y'all, but I heard you're looking for a big loser.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
My brother is the biggest loser in the whole company.
That's right. That's right. Jay Briscoe is a big loser. That's right. So Xavier, it's going to be you versus Jay Briscoe on October 5th. No title. The title is not on the line. You're just going to go in there and show them why you are the best singles wrestler in Ring of Honor. And Donovan, you and I, we're not going to defend the tag belts. You know why? Because Doug Williams and Dick Togo, they've got issues.
Well,
they want a piece of me.
We got to get it fixed first before we can defend it,
All
right?
right, that's true. But you fix it. But meanwhile, Dick Togo and Doug Williams, you guys have the honor of fighting each other to see who hops in the ring with me. And it doesn't matter who wins, because the winner of your match is going to be the big loser. I'm going to defeat you in the ring, 1, 2, 3, and you'll have to live with the shame of never being able to shake hands with anyone in Ring of Honor ever again. I told you all along this prophecy was true, and now we have the power. What are you still doing here? Get the hell out of here. We should celebrate.